that you should grind the animal feed into cornmeal and then use it to make cornbread. I'm just saying that the cornbread I made last night out of cow feed is not only good, it's like some of the best cornbread I've ever had. Why you guys still say Disney adult alert? Did you guys really not expect me to get that shit? I thought it maybe was the trumpet bullshit at the beginning of Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. But it wasn't. It was at the beginning of Once Upon a Dream. I course corrected. I was still able to guess it with 3 seconds of audio. I feel like that's pretty good. How's it feel to be a Disney adult? I'm not a fucking Disney adult. Alright, YouTube also welcome in YouTube. Welcome in YouTube. Aye, welcome in. Some announcements, tentative plan for next week. Hang on, I'll spin around to face the desk for this. Tentative plan for next week. We are doing the mini subathon / marathon Temu house living stream. So, it'll be a minimum of 24 hours. This is the idea. It'll be a minimum of 24 hours, 24/7 stream of me living in the Temu house. And then chat can dono or sub to extend the timer. And I'm working on getting a system set up so YouTube can do it too. Because I want the YouTube donos to also count towards that. It'll be capped at 1 week because I don't want to fucking die. Alright. That's news number 1. News number 2, and some of you might have already noticed this. I'll get to the receipts here in a second. News number 2. Unfortunately, not 2 years ago. 1 year ago, we took on 2 new mods onto the mod team, and they are 2 of the best mods that we have ever had on this channel. That would be Bimbo for Cocoa Puffs and Ham on Rye. You guys know them. You guys love them. They're like big in the community, and they've been doing this for about a year as of now. The channel has grown massively, and around the same time, both of them now have better things to do in real life. So both of them are stepping down from mod roles. They're gonna be promoted to VIPs permanently so that they can still get their recognition for all the work they've done. But they're not gonna be Jannies anymore. I've moved on Tomato. We've got another person moving on to the mod team, potentially a third one. It's gonna be hard to replace them. I've been working on it for like the last month. This is not like a sudden thing. This has been a while of, hey boss, this shit's too hard. They're not going anywhere though. They'll still be in the chats and stuff. They just got real life stuff to deal with, and they're really, really good mods. They took it very seriously, and they were always here at all times. So now we've got, holy shit. Holy shit! Applications? I'm not opening applications. I already had people in mind that I asked. So we've got one person that I know personally that maybe you guys aren't as familiar with that's going to be coming on, and they're going to be doing more background stuff, but they're very familiar with the community. Then we have Tomato, who you guys do know. He does a lot of the edits for YouTube. He's very active here. He makes a lot of the Starting Soon songs and stuff. He's now a full-time mod. He'll be getting added to the YouTube soon as well. We got an entire, I've tried to do my best to get, to fill the roles that they've left, but they've been doing a great job. Bimbo's already stepped down, but Ham will be, promoted to VIP at the end of this month, so that she can finally take her rest. But just wanted to tell you guys, so you think that I didn't fucking slyly kick them off the mod team or anything. No, it was per request, and because it's gotten way more work to actually manage moderating, and I needed to pull on people who are like, yeah, I want to like do this. And I have the actual time to fucking do it. On the Discord shit posting? Yeah, the Discord mods are the same. None of the rules are changing or anything. This mostly only applies to if you get like banned or something, don't ping them. Ping Tomato, I guess. Tomato and JC are the big boys now. Also, now JC is brought on as a staff mod instead of just a volunteer. So, bless up. He's been doing it for the love of the game since day one. He's been around since I had like 20 viewers. So but he's gonna be a lot more involved in this as well. He knows the community very well, once again. For anyone who knows poor Tomato. I have to ping Jesus Christ? No, JC Rouser. Ain't no way you government assigned Tomato as the ping jockey. Tomato's someone who I know will tell people to fuck off if they're being annoying. He gets health insurance now? Whoa! Don't get him unionizing on me. Jesus, help, I got banned. No, we're not adding Toxic as a mod. Fuck no. Alright, hang on. Let me go through the receipts. We got a lot here. Digitizer, thank you so much for the 20 gift subs. Holy shit, brother. What a delightful old man you have as your profile pic. He looks a little familiar. I feel like I've seen him somewhere. Yo, thank you for the gift subs to Elfish Ho, Ringo Buttons, Big Thumbnail, Cryptid Droid, Raisin Brant, Soul Phoenix, Hyjin, Lee Croquetter, Zombie Ron Swanson, Blood Reaper, Tiberom, Guardielf, Eden, Fang Sway, Kentucky Bluegrass, Frothing Loins, Azure One, Royal Plushed, Epic the Penguin, Chili is Hard, and Fia Bird. Thank you so much, brother. That's someone's paw. Health insurance in this economy? The New York financier. Oh, yeah, well, also, we're going to be really putting these new mods through their paces, because Tomato's been on for a while now. The other ones are going to be added in the next couple days. They've been here for months and months, but they'll be added as mods in the next couple days. And they're going to be really put through their paces during the fucking mini subathon when the stream is 24/7. We're gonna be really running them through. I guess technically, I should have JC be the ping jockey, since he's now the senior mod. Well, he's always been the senior mod, but he's now the true head mod. Literally throwing them into the fire. Ham and Bimbo fucking praying towards Ohio that they're freed from obligation right before actual hell starts. I've been leaving off on mini subathon. We're doing a mini subathon next week where I'm gonna live in the Temu house, and people can dono or sub to extend the amount of time that I have to live there. It's capped at 1 week, but let me tell you, if we hit a week, I'm not gonna like it. It'll be priced pretty similar to the other subathon in terms of how much sub increases the timer, but it's gonna be a long few days. The other subathon was built and talked up because I was like, oh, I want people to hit the 1 week mark. I don't know if I want people, or in the last one was the 2 week mark. I don't know if I want people to hit the 1 week mark of the Temu Shedathon. What is the Temu house? Show up next week and you will find. It is a literal house and everything in it that I bought on Temu.com. I bought everything like about a month ago at this point. So this is like the part 2. Will there be Gamba? There will be many things. Stay tuned. I am going to be taking the rest of this week off to prep for it, but I will be posting on the Discord and the Twitter and the YouTube community spotlight and keeping you guys informed. Don't worry. Like a Temu off? Yeah, Temu's also sponsoring the video that's going to be made from it, so I appreciate them for that. Also appreciate that they let me buy things from them that are, like, very blatantly cheap. Cheap as hell and not very reliable, but, you know, it's like going to the dollar store. Like, if you're advertising for the Dollar Tree, you're not gonna be like, this is the best thing I've ever bought. You're gonna be like, yeah, this is like cheap as hell, but it was $1, so. Sponsored by Temu? Yeah, the only other stream I've done sponsored by them, because I've done a lot of Temu streams, but the only other one that's been sponsored by Temu was the Temu bike. Buying all the stuff for the inside of this house was thousands of dollars, so I did need the sponsor to justify it, especially because even doing the subathon mechanic, I don't know if we're gonna actually go far through it or not. It might end after like a day or so. Who knows? $1? He doesn't know. Oh no, I actually do. I forgot. They raised their price, didn't they? Now they're $1.25. My grandma was complaining. Money you're never getting back? More likely, I'm gonna have to pay someone to come to my house and take some of the stuff that I don't want. Oh man, how am I gonna get rid of a shed? That shed can't be permanently in my backyard. That shit takes like the whole damn yard. Anyway, I'm getting sidetracked. My point is, it's gonna be a whole event. I'm gonna be basically living in a crack house that's like 150 square foot for however long chat wishes to pay me to suffer. And I will be streaming to both Twitch and YouTube. But YouTube does have some weird restrictions, like if you stream longer than 12 hours, it cuts your stream off. Whereas with Twitch, it's 48 hours, and even then, you can just stream right after. But with YouTube, they don't really want you to keep streaming. They want you to, like, they want you to stream, like, I think it's less than 18 hours in a 24-hour period. Anyway, I gotta do a little more research on that, so I might end the YouTube stream whenever I'm sleeping or something, whereas it'll keep running on the Twitch side. I'm also trying to come up with, you know, while we're doing our little announcement here, also trying to come up with maybe a little competition thing. So since I can get YouTube donos and Twitch donos to contribute to the subathon timer thing, maybe a little extra reward if we hit the entire stretch and one is higher on the scale than the other. I talked about this with the YouTube bros yesterday. Maybe there's gonna be a little thing going on for that. A little competition. YouTube doesn't delete VOD, so it makes sense they don't want ultra long streams. Yeah, that's kind of the main thing. I will say also to YouTube, hey, on one final announcement, as of like 2 hours before I started this stream, Dan Clancy, the runner of Twitch, did a live stream where he announced that they are no longer enforcing split chats. So before, I can show the Twitch chat on my stream. YouTube isn't picky because they're kind of losing the streaming war, so they don't care if you show Twitch chat on YouTube. But Twitch doesn't want you showing YouTube chat on Twitch if they're interspersed in your chat feed. Dan Clancy, just a couple hours before this stream, announced that now it's okay to do that. So, yeah, I can modify this chat so that it shows both Twitch chat and YouTube chat. And I can have it put a little symbol of a Twitch or a YouTube logo next so you can see where the comments are coming from. Because we got hundreds of people on YouTube watching this stream. Typically, at least at like the apex of the stream, we're roughly 2/3 Twitch, 1/3 YouTube, which is more than I ever thought it was gonna be. That's a considerable amount of extra chatters. So now I can combine them so that you guys can actively see exactly what random dog shit they're talking about on YouTube. They can be witnessed live. Yeah, they reevaluated the rule they barely enforced. That was the other thing is they were like, yeah, we've never actively enforced this, but if someone reported it, we would ban for it. So basically only really big streamers would ever get punished because they are the only ones big enough to have like dedicated hate watchers trying to report them for shit. So it's basically just gotten rid of another thing that didn't really need to be banned from the beginning. No, keep us separated. Enjoy no ads, slut. What the fuck? You gift a sub to someone and hit them with that. Here, hang on. Let me go through the receipts. We got a lot here. Thank you guys so much. Seagull Squawk, thank you so much for the 8 months of Prime. I appreciate that. Thank you. Digitizer, thank you for the 1,000 bits. Hey Slab, it's me, your pal Jeff. Remember me from high school? Anyways, I've landed myself in some real hot water. Call me ASAP. I hope this isn't his fucking real number, motherfucker. Real Snowbo, thank you for the 200 bits. Did the Tales of Styro Pyro teach you nothing? What are you talking about? He's fucking awesome. Panzerjäger 4, thank you for the fresh T1. Milk with Pulp, thank you for the 100 bits. How does it feel to be a Disney adult? I'm not a Disney adult. I remembered it from my childhood, even though I guessed the song with 3 seconds. King Kavosha, thank you for the 100 bits. I'm not a Disney adult. All of you, this is just, I can tell this is when I did the Disney riddle. Shamu Plays, thank you for the 200 bits. Once again, no. Rivix, thank you for the 2 months of Prime. I appreciate you. Digitizer, thank you for the 1,000 bits. How many of these do you think come from people taking pictures of shitty food to complain? Oh, the Scrandal? Okay, oh wait, I saw that already because then I explained where they come from. Shamu, thank you for the 200 bits. Hey, Hoss, you told me to scream into the void, but you took my goofy yell. Oh wait, I already saw that one. Cassidy, thank you for the Prime sub. Fresh Prime, too. I appreciate that. Shamu, thank you for the 200 bits. Zixo TTV, thank you for the Prime sub. Digitizer, thank you for the 1,000 bits. Holy cannoli. Shamu, thank you for the 200 bits. King Kavosha, thank you for the 200 bits. Shamu, thank you for the 200 bits. Cassie Cal, thank you for the 13 months and congrats again on that job. Trial Assassin, thank you for the 8 months. Thank you. Felonious Milk, thank you for the fresh Prime sub. D-Chill, thank you for the 4 months of T1. I appreciate you, brother. Thank you. Big Invar, thank you for the gift sub to My Face is Awesome. It Just Got Serious, thank you for the 100 bits. Wanted to contribute to more environmental waste by printing other paper. I have to recycle these, by the way. I have a dedicated little bag full of receipts just so that these don't end up in a landfill. I mean, they biodegrade, but you know. It's an entire separate recycling set for me ever since I got this receipt printer. Yo, Brutalius Warhorse, thank you for the 35 ZAR, whatever that is. My price of admission for tonight's show. Oh, it's South African Rand. Okay, he explained what. Thank you so much, brother. Cancer Dog, thank you for the 5 months of Prime. You're gonna be living in that Temu. Hell yeah, dude. It's gonna smell so fucking bad in there after a couple days. James Matthews Jr., thank you for the $5. Tartan is literally just plaid. How do you not know this, bro? Wait, this is how did you you watched on Twitch and then you waited until the YouTube was live to hit me with a chiding for not knowing what tartan was? These guys, man. No more names. Thank you so much for the $5. Will there be fan packages during the Shed stream? I want this guy to try the delicious Rhode Island gin. I have the fan mails in the back of my car right now, so yeah, actually, that would probably be a really good time to go through it. I've got a lot of packages that you guys have sent. I just need to censor the labels on them, but yeah, I'd be down to go through those. Some of them are going to be from the late Christmas ones. Mantis Queen, thank you for the $5. I want to know the conversation for getting PTO for this. Good luck. Literally, the only difference I said is that they have to let me know when they're not going to be in the stream. So that I know to make sure to have cover. Oh my gosh. Digitizer, thank you so much for the gift sub. Yo, Delinsky, thank you for the 5 months of Prime. Thank you. Truman says hi. Say hi back. He's always watching. Is Truman your cat? Is this Truman? Hello, Truman. Or do you have a reincarnated ex-president of the United States? King Kavosha, thank you for the 100 bits. I predict it be a post-segregation scenario, but better. I'm assuming you're talking about the chat right now. It just got serious. Thank you for the gift sub to Celestial Wolf. Yo, Digitizer, thank you for the 1,000 bits. Holy cannoli. I'm famous New York financier. Money is no object. Can you please call? I'm not gonna fucking call that number, dog. There's no way. That shit has a foreign extension code on it. Count Osterman, thank you for the 11 months. Holy shit. Keep going, Science Man. Thanks for being around so long, dude. Yo, John Rolfe, thank you for the $5. Should I call my doctor if my sticky dock smells like the deli meat? Why do I read all of the dono messages, honestly? Griffop, thank you for the 100 bits. I'm eating pizza. They massacred my round pizza by cutting it into rectangles. Nah, I don't know, man. I kinda dig the rectangle pizza cuts, if I'm being real. It's a direct line to the island. That shit getting sent directly to the fucking island. Did your dog get into the fridge or trash? I don't have a dog, don't worry. I'm a rectangle pizza slut. Fuck rectangle pizza. Alright, Zeno and Shamu, you guys need to go into the ring to fight. I haven't even... We're like almost 30 minutes into the project part. I haven't fucking said what the project is yet. Yo, James Matthew, thank you for the $5. Yes, I waited. Navigating Twitch on my phone makes me want to uninstall. You're a legend for that, brother. Thank you. Oh my gosh. Okay, today, what we're doing is we're gonna be recreating an old, forgotten 1950s patent. So, there is an old patent. It's pretty infamous on the internet. At least it's infamous in my inbox because I've been sent it about 50 times over the last 2 years. So, what it is effectively, it's a patent for a self-lighting cigarette. And the idea is that it is a cigarette that on the end of it has a little bit of, like, the goop on the end of a matchstick, and there's a striker pad on the side of the cigarette box, and you can strike it, and it'll light it for you. Now, that seems incredibly convenient, and I'm not really sure why they never ended up making it. Because, I don't know, man. It seems like a pretty nice little convenience thing. So today, we're gonna try to make it ourselves, using some matches and, some more of these bulk rate cigarettes that I've got. And, we're gonna see how well it works. I've been sent these have been getting sent to me for over a year now. And I haven't really messed with it much, but I figured today was as good a time as any to, try it out. Now, I did some research on what the best way to get, basically, a matchstick top on a, cigarette would be. There's a couple different methods I looked up. I found some guys who were like, oh, here's how you make the goop on the top of the matches at home using chemistry. And some of the materials are easy to get, and some of them are like crazy dangerous oxidizers that I could never fucking obtain no matter what I did. I found a couple different formulations. All of them had at least one chemical that was going to be really, really hard to get. And so I realized, you know what's better than that? Maybe I should just shuck the top off of a couple actual matches, which already have it mixed up. Like, take a knife, shave the top off of, like, 100 matches, grind that up into a nice fine powder, and then get a flammable, sticky substance on the end of the cigarette, dip kind of the corner down in there, and then fucking roll it in the strike material, and then that should give us a strikeable cigarette. That's the idea, at least, right? Red phosphorus stream. Yeah, it turns out they get a little iffy if you be buying red phosphorus because there's a certain other substance that you can be making using red phosphorus. That said, I saw a lot of these things where it was like, how do I make the stuff on the end of a matchstick? And it was like, well, first I need red phosphorus. And wrong. No, you don't. They haven't made matchsticks that are strike anywhere in a long time because they're prone to just fucking go off. Red phosphorus is on the strike pad. This is red phosphorus. So if you need a source of red phosphorus, what you want to do is get a bunch of match strike pads, and then you can soak these in acetone, I believe, or some kind of solvent to actually extract it, then you boil it off, whatever. But I'm not here to teach you how to make meth. I'm here to teach you how to make a cigarette that lets you can strike it like a match. So, we're not really going to be worrying about the strike pad so much. We're going to be worrying more about the goop on the end. Acetone is also flammable. When is the meth stream? Listen, I'm not saying it's going to be during the Pitbull challenge, but I think I need a certain material that I'll be obtaining. I need a certain item that I need to obtain to do the Pitbull challenge to do the meth stream. Hang on, what happens if you... Hang on, we're gonna do an epic match life hack. What happens if you do this and you strike the one on the end? Whoa, that's cool. It's gonna smell like matches in here. One time I had a roommate who really hated the smell of matches, and I kept fucking striking. I didn't know he hated them, but I kept fucking striking matches and like just blowing them out because I was infinitely amused by doing it, and he got so fucking mad. So many messages getting blocked. You guys need to understand that the word meth is banned in chat due to people that keep telling me that what I'm making is meth. Yo, Shinjglug 6303, thank you for the 25 PLNs. No idea what that is. Forgot 1950s patent? Sorry. Wait, Patient? Nice YouTube stream name. Oh, we have a smart ass over here, motherfucker. Hang on, wait. Did I name it Patient? Did I misspell the patent on the YouTube stream? Hang on a second. Oh my good god, I did. Patent. Save. Just another day in the UO's Lab channel. Digitizer, thank you for the 1,000 bits. Holy shit. Inhaling white phosphorus speedrun. Nah, we're not gonna be doing that. I don't want Fossy Jaw. It just got serious. Thank you for the 100 bits. Somehow this is one of the most toxic things you've done, and I've seen you make chloroform. Stay blessed. Yeah, this one's a little bit of a rough one, but you know, it'll be fine. Shamu, thank you for the 200 bits. Hey, did you hear about the cigarette with the asbestos filter they invented after they initially figured out cigarettes might be linked to cancer? Read! You literally are saying this because the fucking, my going live message on Twitch was, how many people in chat do you think are going to tell me about the asbestos cigarettes? Yeah, bro, don't worry. If I've been sent this fucking patent for the self-striking cigarette 50 times, I've been sent the fucking asbestos cigarettes like 5 billion times, man. I've seen it so many times. You don't need to inbox me and tell me that, ask me if I've seen the asbestos cigarette. No, I'm not gonna make one on stream. Not yet, anyway. Don't worry, I have seen it. Do you want me to weigh in on it? Yeah, it gives you, like, giga cancer. Yo, Litvion, thank you for the 3 months of Prime. I appreciate you. No more names, thank you for the $2. Some devious things happened on Little Saint Slap. Y'all! Ruby, thank you for the 100 bits. Styropyro did a vid making this. It was from an old chemical book. Yeah, the one that he made had fucking chromium in it. And also, I found another one from a guy on YouTube, and his also had chromium in it. That shit is insanely toxic. The commercial ones don't have chromium in them. Digitizer, thank you for the 1,000 bits. Hey, it's me, Jeff, again, from high school. I saw you say you weren't gonna call me on stream. You're a bitch. Frick off. Anyways, want to play Fortnite? It's little Jeff 1. Yeah, bro, I'll get back to you about the Fortnite. Yo, King Epic, thank you for the 100 bits. It's a shame I won't be able to no-life the mini subathon due to being employed. My condolences. But don't worry, there will be a very long video edited of the Temu house stream, and it's gonna have not a lot of the mini subathon, probably, because most of it's probably gonna be fucking gaming, but it's gonna have a lot of the, like, survival shit that I have to do in it at the very least. P-Edge, thank you for the 2 months of Prime. What a name. Are those smoker-friendly tubes? Tubes? Yo, Zombie Universe, thank you for the $5. Hell yeah, Breaking Bad stream. We messing with phosphorus today. I literally just said it's not phosphorus, it's some other shit. First of all, it's not even phosphorus, it's like some other shit. Second of all, people aren't even sure the ramifications that this has on us yet. Motherfucking hoe. Yo, Mantis Queen, thank you for the $2. Shortening your telomeres as we speak? What the fuck does that mean? Yo, Edric 6D7s, thank you for the $5. How much does it cost to make things like this? Well, what we're gonna be making today, not very expensive at all. I paid $5 for a 2-pack of Matchbox. I got 4 just in case, so $10. And then a pack of cigarettes. And the binder that I'm gonna be using, because I was trying to think, like, oh, do I just mix this shit with glue? Like, what do I want to do here? And I realized maybe the best thing to mix it with is sugar. So I'm gonna be making a sugar syrup, and if that doesn't work, then I have some potassium nitrite that I can add, and that will definitely light. So I'm thinking we could do basically a little tiny glob of rocket sugar on the edge there, and then you know, cover it in the striking powder, and then that should be able to strike light long enough to get the smoke going, and then hell yeah, man, that should work. Now, I don't know what taking a hit off that straight firework pack is gonna do to my lungs, but, you know, maybe that was part of the reason why this never really took off. Matches are fun. How can you not enjoy doing this? Alright, you know what? Never mind. Matches suck, actually. Whoa. Whoa, how's that not lighting it? Oh, there we go. Whoa. Ooh. 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 What do we tell you about playing with matches? Fun fact, you think I can, hang on, wait, whose is this? Lomi? Hang on, let's see if I can read this Lomi message before it gets consumed by the flames. Alright, a bolt of lightning can toast 100,000 slices of bread. Each bolt of lightning is worth 5 billion joules. This means the average toaster can be powered for 84,000 minutes, which results in 100,000 pieces of toasted bread. Okay, I was able to read it before it burnt. That's epic, Lomi. How do you know that? Instant degradation into caveman? Yeah, this is just preparation for next week. Lace a rocket igniter in the SIG and butt it against a 9-volt to light it. Alright, hang on. Mantis Queen, 23. Thank you for the $2. Telomeres are caps on the end of your DNA. Ah, gotcha. Look at this. It didn't actually light on fire, but the heat from the ash activated the ink in the paper. Isn't that cool? Because it's a thermal printer. Yo, Digitizer, thank you for the 1,000 bits. You know what they say, all toasters toast toast. They're 1,000, actually. Holy shit. I'm not saying this name, because I don't know how... No, yeah, in one GTIA. thank you for the Prime sub. Raven-haired lass, thank you for the 100 bits. Cheers for making basement science worrisome, hilarious, and educational at the same time. Truly the best modern Bill Nye. Thank you! I appreciate you. Glad you like it. Eric Osternoon, thank you for the $2. Gotta send a couple of the Jacob Jones if it works. Hell yeah, dude. Did you see the collab I did with Jacob Jones? It's on the second channel, or an edit of it is. The VOD channel has the full one. Jinxie, thank you for the fresh Prime sub. I appreciate you. Bill Nye hates matches canonically? Why? They're fucking awesome. Alright, hang on. Let me get, so, what we need to do is get a little setup so that we can easily shuck this shit off of the matches. I'm thinking, I might just be able to use... I just be able to use this little bowl. We need somewhere to put the good shit that we take off of it. Anyway, this is too shiny for the camera. Do I have anything that's less shiny? Let me wash this beaker out real fast. This might work. I don't know if that's gonna wash so easy. This might do. Yeah, there we go. Where's my paper towels? Alright. Do not want moisture in this. If I can avoid it. This will also give a pretty good surface to, like, roll the shit around in. Alright. Here we go. Liquidor TM, thank you for the Prime sub. Digitizer, thank you for the 1,000 bits. Slab, inhale that shit deep like it's the fattest blunt you've ever smoked in your life. You only live once. Aren't you, like, dead, dog? Ruby, thank you for the 100 bits. I appreciate you. James Matthews Jr., thank you for the $5. Thank you, thank you. Next stream, powering a computer using a bolt of lightning. We get 1 second of power time and the computer explodes when it gets hit. Wait, what? When normies start getting BBS access. Benjamin Franklin asks stream IT. Did Benjamin Franklin actually do that shit? Or is that a myth? Did he actually do the lightning key thing? I know he didn't discover electricity with it. Oh, I think that's the myth part. Is that people say he discovered electricity with it. But did he ever, like, fuck around with a lightning? Alright, excellent. This will go, I'm sure this will not take long at all. You know what would be actually easier? What if we taped a razor blade to the side so I could just go like that? Hang on, hang on. Smarter, not harder, they say. Hang on. Where's my razor blade at? Dude, I know I have them in here somewhere. Where the fuck did I put my razor blades? Ah, here they are. I think what I'll do is I'll swap the one in my thing for a fresh one. And then I'll tape this guy to the side. Because if we have them like that... Yeah, dude, look at the contour. That shit works. Yeah, that should work well. This is some real 5-minute crafts type shit. He was the richest president. That's why he's on the 100. Benjamin Franklin. Infamous U.S. president, Benjamin Franklin. Oh, baby. Okay, wait. That doesn't work as well as I thought it would. Okay, no, I have to angle it. Okay, no. But that... Okay, no. But this kind of works. If you angle it a little. Dude, we're actually, like, efficiency maxing here. Just don't cut my finger open on the blade and we'll be good. I'd also make sure I throw my sticks somewhere else so I don't mix up the spent ones with the active ones. Dude, that actually works so fucking good. There's gotta be a little pieces of wood in there too, but you know. Such as the cost of innovation. Hang on. That shit's getting caught up. Practicing for your mathematics stream, I see. This isn't the part that you use for math making. Wrong part, idiot. Also, while I was researching how to make a match, I found a guy with like 20 million views on his YouTube video that was making the world's largest matchstick, and it was literally, he like made a giant model matchstick, and then he spent like 2 weeks shaving the ends off of matches, grinding them up, and then just kind of powder coating the end of the thing in matchstick powder. You find some DIY that you would never find on hobby forums on on YouTube.com, baby. Wouldn't crushing be easier? Wait. Hang on. You might be onto something here. Let me get out some pliers real fast. Wait. Oh my gosh. That instantly... Alright, hang on. Why do I have this fucking pinch hazard when I could just do that? Oh my gosh, that's actually so much easier. I didn't realize how fragile it was. And you don't get any piece of wood in there when you do this. What the hell? Dude, we got the fucking assembly line going. There's an industrial machine where I used to work that would effectively descale iron rods doing this exact same thing. Evolution of tool usage. Soon it will be automated. Automatic matchstick shucker so I can get the strike pad off. That would honestly, you could do a lot of stuff if you had a machine that could do that for you so that you just could have a steady supply of the shit on the end of matchsticks. That'd be awesome. Okay. Before we start going into those kind of efficiencies, let's begin with some easy efficiencies. Let's put the matchsticks all facing the same direction near the hand that's grabbing them and putting them into the pliers. Can we do more than one? A little bit. Hang on. Can we do a lot more than one? Oh my gosh. Hang on. Oh, we might be giga cooking, brothers. We're efficiency maxing. Industrial revolution in action. Why are all the matches in the box not all facing the same way? Do they not have machines that can put them all in the exact same direction? Why are there some that are literally just facing the other direction for, like, no reason? Oh, wait, maybe they got scrambled after being put in the box, actually. Bet you thought I was gonna do it. Throw that over there. The machine does it like that on purpose as a joke. I always suspected. Try 2 2x4s and put a bunch between them and roll them together. You guys are actually gonna get me fucking, you guys are gonna get me to engineer a match shucking device, but you know what? You could probably do it. Yeah, wait, what happens if you lay a bunch of these flat? Hang on. Like if you laid a bunch of these flat and then you rolled something heavy over the heads to crush them, you would probably end up with a bunch of match powder, right? Hang on. He almost ate the match. Hey, Soy, how's it going? Hammer? No, that's too brutish. I'm thinking all you need to do is you have draw wheel that sucks the match in, and then that runs against the head this way, and then there's another set of motorized wheels up here that run against the head the other way. So that way you can just stick the matches into a little thing that goes and like runs them through, right? I was gonna spend more of the stream automating match circumcision. This is a fun engineering stream. Why would you not want me to do that? I imagine the majority of the stream is gonna be match circumcision, I fear. Just due to the fact that that's like the main thing that has to take place to get enough powder. Pencil sharpener? No, because that'll get too much wood shavings. This one is still getting some wood chips, but not as many. So I feel like it's not too... You know what? Actually, now we're not using this anymore. I'm getting this fucking razor blade off of here. I feel like I'm going to accidentally cut myself on it. Still just easier to do one, I feel like. I'm trying to get, like, efficiency checking down. This one hits my carpal tunnel doing the one, though. Also drop these into the pit. Do you still strike from the, like, slight amount of green on here? No. Worth a shot. Worth a shot! That's all I'm saying. Guys, what if we built the world's tiniest campfire out of matchsticks? Hang on. Yay, yippee, yay. Anyway, what are we doing here? Get a drop of gasoline on that bonfire? Nah, it'll be fine as is, honestly. Yo, Jumpy, thank you for the 10 months of T1. I appreciate you. Thank you, thank you. Windbreaker, thank you for the 100 bits. Bro, are you gonna make corn liquor out with that amount of corn you have? That show key can make the best moonshine. Yeah, it probably could make pretty good. I'm not allowed to distill things legally though, so it would not be capable of being streamed. Ruby, thank you for the 100 bits. I appreciate you. Thank you, thank you. John Rolfe, thank you for the $2. Cut the top off and push the wood over after. That might be the way. That might be the methodology here. Lomi VT, thank you for the 100 bits. Was having a bad day, but that put a smile on my face. Thank you. Oh, glad to help, Romy. Also, thoughts on radiator-powered PC? I've thought about doing that one, like with an old AC unit. That'd be kind of awesome. Digitizer, thank you for the 1,000 bits. I would trust Slab to circumcise me. Oh, you shouldn't. King Kavosha, thank you for the gift sub to Soy Milk. I appreciate ya. No more names, thank you for the $2. For the match circumciser, copper avoids sparks. Well, I don't have any copper pliers, so I guess I'll just have to thug it out. And Killing 12sies, thank you for the 10 Australians. Make a self-gaslighting jerry can. I don't know about that one, boss. Radiator powered or radiator cooled? Surely it means radiator cooled, right? Surely. John Madden's feet, thank you for the 1337. Thank you. Match circumcision streams good enough. Ruby, thank you for the 100 bits. Why do you enjoy ignoring me so? I don't know what you're talking about. Want to see a magic Want me to show you a magic trick? The Joker should have done that instead. He should have said, you want to see a magic trick? I'm gonna make your foreskin disappear. And he pulls out a fucking cigar snipper and ta-da! It's gone. Can you cut that guy's friend's arm off? No, I'm not cutting off that guy's arm. You can use acetone to dissolve match heads? Really? Wait. Can you? How much distilling do you need to get down to just the stuff? Wait, hang on. Hang on, let me check this real fast. Oh, stuff you guys say. Jewish slab be like the penis meta is circumcised? What the fuck? Here, hang on. When I get over here to check... Oh, to see if this could actually... Okay, yeah. Can match heads. Isolating red phosphorus from matchbooks. No, I just want the... No, I don't want the red phosphorus. I want the shit on the match head. Phosphorus sulfide is the match head. This stream is gonna give me ADHD. Why? Because I'm getting ADHD. Dude, everyone just wants the red phosphorus. Science with Screens, blogspot.com, 2015. Yeah, motherfucker. I'm not gonna tell you the type of people that are gonna be using your experiment here, but it's not other scientists. Alright. The ADHD is contagious. Hey man, it can't take us that long to get these matches stripped of their magic sauce. I'm sending my focus to you. Ah, sweet. I've always wanted a new car. Hang on. Dude, it actually is faster to do them one at a time. What can I say? What can I say, bro? What can I say? I'm gonna have match head embedded into my skin after this, and then when I strike the match, my entire hand's gonna light up like that neglectful father in Lord of the Rings when he gets lit on fire from the oil. Let's just see Slab had the same idea. How many cigarettes he making? Look, I need enough to make sure it really gets stuck. Why is there so much outside of the container, man? I'm already out of chocolate pudding. POV, toddler discovers the internet. Pack one whole cig with match heads. I feel like that would not be very, very good for me. See, look, it's flinging green shit over here. I wish that the heads of these were red. I don't know why they made these green. Why are you green? Hang on, wait. Check this out. Guys, check this out. Slow release fuse. If you light the end, it should light down the tail of each. Guys, check this out. Dun 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 dun. He's lost focus. What do you mean I've lost focus? No, I'm simply doing experiments. Local man invents the fuse, like in Bug's Life. Does this happen in Bug's Life? I've never watched Bug's Life, despite all of you guys calling me a Disney adult. Despite you guys calling me a Disney adult, I've never watched Bug's Life. Here's what we're gonna do. Let's see if I can read the receipts before it ends up burning out. Oh, wait, never mind. This shit already burned out. This sucks. Can we read all the receipts before it hits this part and lights them on fire? All right, WYRXR, thank you for the 100 bits. The real intrusive thought is throwing a lit match into the pile of match head dust. It's literally calling me like the void. Yo, One Starfall, thank you so much for the fresh membership. Thank you. James Matthew Jr., thank you for the $5. You should buy tritium and mini solar panels and make a mini tritium cell. I have literally thought about doing that before, and tritium tubes are so expensive. Getting like any amount of power out of that would legitimately, it costs like hundreds of dollars. But I don't know, hey man, our project budget's bigger now, so maybe we could get away with it. Maybe we could justify it. Because it was a while ago that I initially evaluated that idea. Ruby, thank you for the 100 bits, I appreciate ya. Genghis Crayon, thank you for the 100 bits, good stream, I love burning shit. Is his profile pic. Magical Blueberry, thank you for the fresh Prime sub. I appreciate it. Killing 12Zs, thank you for the 10 Australians. Kind of bummed I missed the last 4 streams. Not enough regular to be one of your Unk followers. It's okay, bro. I'm glad you're here now. And Log644, thank you for the 100 bits. Eat the match tips to become impervious to mosquitoes for all time. Yeah, bro, I'm sure that'll work. I think it might have some side effects, though. I'd pitch in for some Tritius vials. Ruby is on the no-read list. No, she's not. I read her messages mostly. Just sometimes I skip the message. What can I say? I don't know what you're talking about. Forgot to push my button. Congratulations on the 65 stream streak, Borked. Alright, back at it again in the match mines. I literally haven't seen Bug's Life. Do they actually do the match fuse in that? Never watched it because it was kind of scary looking. Never watched it because my aunt said she got Bug's Life for us to watch, but she actually had the DreamWorks movie Ants, which is like Bug's Life, but they say asshole in it. And it's like way edgier. Mom was not pleased with that swap. She was like, what? How could they make this? And then she had to fucking rewatch every Disney movie from there on out. Little did we know, it wasn't even a fucking Disney movie, dog. She got bamboozled. Anne's is a thirsty movie. Is it I don't remember, like, anything from it. I haven't seen Bug's Life, so I don't know how this compares, but I remember in Ants, the ants go fight a war against the other bugs, and it's like the fucking opening scene to Saving Private Ryan, where, like, the doors open, and it's just, like, chaos, and then there's, like, bugs getting literally dismembered in the movie. It was absolute. DreamWorks was so, like, fuck you, Disney. You make your family-friendly shit. We're gonna have a scene where a bunch of ants get fucking genocided in our movie. They even talk about it being a genocide. Dude, the one ant, after they're like all dead, finds the still living like half body of another ant, and he's like, tell my family I love them. It's actually so fucked up. Why they do that, bro? Why they have such a brutal depiction of war in a children's movie? It was just his head. Oh, it wasn't even. It was just his head. Do. Was it spoofing Saving Private Ryan? I think that was the idea, yeah. But it was just actually brutal as shit. It was just with bugs instead of real people. Every time I think of stuff in Pixar that shouldn't be there, it's the Mater. The Mater joke is funny. That's one of the funniest things. That's one of the only funny parts of Cars. Cars is a weird movie. It has a couple, like, Disney movies would never have any swearing or even like PG tier language in it. But then like Cars does, and it also has just a couple like random adult references out of nowhere. Nothing, it was still like, it's like PG tier, but like other Disney movies just didn't do that at the time. Why are there houses in Cars? Who was living in them? Why, like, when does the Cars universe begin, brother? Cars as a universe makes literally no sense. There's a car that's like 100 years old in the first Cars. I guess I've seen Cars 3 at some point, but I don't remember anything from it. And I haven't seen Cars 2, but I've only, like, seen bits and pieces of it. I haven't sat down and watched it, so I don't really know much from that movie either. We're going solely from Cars 1 lore, because that was obviously the only one that they were actually planning on making. But, like, it makes no fucking sense at all. There's a car that's, like, 100 years old, and it's, like, one of the first cars ever created, but there's an implication of there being like older society beyond the cars. And it's like, nah, dog, that 100-year-old car should be effectively like one of the only humans alive type scenarios, except it's like literal primordial car. There's only like 50 years max of Cars before that living car. It would be like having it would be like a human being alive 50 years after the very first human existed for the first time ever. Except when that happened, there was like another several thousand years to build up to the current era, whereas like in the Cars universe, it's just like, yeah, we have like society already, dog. It doesn't make any sense if you think about it. And then it's like, okay, are cars like born, or is it like in the movie Robots by Blue Sky Animations that they just show up in a box and then you build them? Are they assembled on the factory and then like given a soul? It doesn't make any sense. Most reasonable critique of Cars. I'm just asking questions, man. Where do they come from? Are they born or are they or are they manufactured? And if that's the case, then why at the one part where Lightning McQueen and the sexy woman car are going for a drive and he's up at some old gas station and it zooms in and it shows that around the gas station there's little tiny car flies, like little cars with organic wings flying around it, which implies that they are not manufactured. They're fucking born. That or there's a factory making car parasites in miniature form. It doesn't make any sense, man. Where do the cars come from? How long have they been around? Before cars, were there carts? Was it like a little, like, three-wheel cart? Was it pulled by a horse or was it pulled by a car that looks like a horse? What would the car look like? Would it look like a car from the future or would it look like another wagon? Or would it just be a wagon moving itself around? You sound crazy? I'm going crazy. Why does it not make any sense? I want to know the car genesis. I want the origin story. I want it explained for me, man. It don't make no sense. How will they even know what a horse is? Dog, they go cow tipping in the Cars movie. There are cow cars. There are cars that are tractors, but they are not sentient to the same degree as Lightman McCoo and Mater. They're like subspecies. That implies that there's like lesser cars in the Carsiverse. Why do they have cows? I don't know, man. To plow the ground? What are they plowing the ground for? I guess to grow corn to make ethanol, because cars run on fuel. Also, they never show any of the cars eat. But there's like restaurants, there's like diners. And it's implied that they consume fuel for sustenance. But then in Cars 2, Mater goes to a sushi restaurant where they're preparing fish. So why are they drink oil, bro? Yeah, but they also, like, eat food sometimes for some reason. They have bathrooms. Yeah, they shit. What does a car shit out? They don't have... Do they have bathrooms in Cars 1? I can't even remember. Isn't there a car Pope? Yeah, he's the Pope Mobile, honestly, which implies there's also Car Jesus. Which implies that 2,000 years ago, there was some kind of vehicle. There was a vehicle deity that died for the sins of the future vehicles, which is frankly alarming that would even need to happen. They shit coolant? That's only if Chrysleranity is true. I gotta say, regardless of what you think in the real world, I think that you have to believe in a divine creator in the Carsiverse because they're all fucking mechanical beings. They're very clearly manufactured. 9/11 happened in the Cars universe. Do they show Car New York and there's no Car World Trade Centers? Is there car evolution? From like what to what? To. They would have to start with as like a car germ. Someone theorized Cars happens while the Wall-E humans are gone. That doesn't make any sense. That's the Pixar theory. Trust me, I know. I'm a millennial, and every millennial in 2013, 14 was talking about that shit like it was the most clever thing of all time. And some of it ties together, but then it all falls apart when they introduce the cars. Pixar theory and Darth Jar Jar theory one-shot millennials' brains as far as, like, franchise fan theories go. They start as the wheel. You know what? I didn't think about that. You're not gonna lie. Are you really starting a fucking, car god debate in the chat right now? No, they clearly evolved from the wheel. No, the car was clearly created in a factory. So, cars can replace their entire body and engine. Well, that's like a ship of what is it? Ship of Theseus? I can't remember what it's called. Have you seen the car's anatomy photo? I'm not taking a fan photo, a fan art, and treating that as gospel. It's just what I'm saying. Hang on, wait, Tomato, what? I was researching to see if someone had already written a published thesis on this. Seems not, but I found moral value and character education in the Cars movie and masculinity in the Cars movie. That's epic. The prequels are more fun to watch with the Jar Jar hypothesis. Honestly, I kind of buy into the Darth Jar Jar theory. The Pixar theory is stupid, but the Darth Jar Jar theory, I think George may have actually had that as, like, an idea at some point, even if it wasn't the final... Even if he didn't make it with that being the final theory, I think that he at least thought about it at some point. Because if you watch the behind the scenes for the prequels, he talks about Jar Jar like crazy. He fucking loved Jar Jar in the Phantom Menace behind the scenes, and he talks about how important it is that the audience likes Jar Jar. And then the movie came out, and everyone fucking hated Jar Jar. Anyone talking about how there's no mud on the road and Sally just shit on lightning in that one scene? I hate that I know exactly what scene you're talking about that. Wait, in deleted scenes, they showed the engine is the brain and heart of the cars, and it can be swapped between vehicles as swapping bodies, but that is deleted scenes. Yeah, well, also, if we're going off the deleted scene-averse, there is not the first official trailer, but there was a teaser trailer for the first Cars movie that was on certain Disney DVDs and VHS tapes, and I know because I had one, and it starts with Mater hitting a bee that flies in front of the road, but it's not a car bee, it's a normal-ass bee! It's literally like a normal fucking bee! It makes no sense, man, but that one, I'm not gonna count. We can't think too much about it. If you think too much about it, then it all comes crumbling down. Stop yelling. Turn your volume down, motherfucker. You got a volume knob. He killed the bee from the Bee movie. He fucking should have. I hated the Bee movie. Bee movie is the first movie I saw in theaters as a kid where I realized movies could just not be good. Other movie was the Green Lantern. Green Lantern was a movie where I realized movies can just be straight up rancid dog shit. I fucking hated that like crazy. We need to hear more Cars universe issues. I'm actually, like, I'm not even going off about it. I went on this rant like a decade ago. My siblings literally are like, don't get them started on the car flies rant. So, sorry, I'm kind of recycling old thoughts here, and I'm trying to not go off too hard, because it makes no fucking sense, dog. Y'all do the Cars rant once a decade? Oh my gosh. Why do we care so much about the B movie in the mid-2010s dank era? It was a meme because the movie was shit. No, I'm not gonna mix with the striking stuff on the box. It doesn't need to be a strike anywhere. It just needs a phosphorus strip on the side of the box, and then we're easy. Ew, I hate that noise. We've almost dematched all these sticks in this one box. Imagine being raised to believe a movie is in theaters because it's good and then seeing the Green Lantern. That's literally, that's kind of how it went, though. I was like, nah, the shitty movies are the ones that are... we had cable at the time, and if you went into the video on demand section and went to the free category, you could watch the worst movies that you've ever, like, you can't even fathom existing. That was where bad movies were. Good movies were in the movie theater. That was just kind of how I thought about it. I had the whole B movie as a YouTube ad once. You're lying. Why was the Green Lantern movie bad? I haven't seen it. It was, I don't know how to, like, break it down because I don't remember a whole lot of the movie. This was in, like, 2009, I want to say. Is that when it came out? 2010? I was, like, a teenager, but, like 13 or something. Not that old. It was horrible CGI. It had Ryan Reynolds in it, but he was like dog shit for some reason. The villain was some fuck-ass guy with a giant head, if I remembered correctly. It looked like shit. The story was basic and predictable. I don't know, man. It was just awful. I don't know how to like, I don't remember enough to do like a detailed review. It was just really bad. Maybe I should rewatch it so I can more accurately criticize how shit it was. Yo, John Madden's feet. Thank you for the 420. Tritty himself. Hell yeah, dude. Pocket Change 223. Thank you for the fresh T1. I appreciate that. Siratio Mixa. Thank you for the 4 months of Prime. Thank you, thank you. POV, you're a toddler about to burn the house down. I certainly fucking hope not. Killing 12sies, thank you for the 5 Australians. Why didn't you use cardboard matches and a guillotine for this gigabrain? Why? Because you'd still have a chunk of cardboard in that. Come on, man. I'm doing better here. I'm hashtag doing better than you, so don't... No, that's rude. AV Fusion, thank you for the gifted sub to Sun. Ruby, thank you for the 100 bits. I appreciate ya. Captain Starfall, thank you for the 500 bits. Hey, Unc, would you ever do a recipe from a certain Anarchist cookbook on stream? So I did a stream a while ago, years ago at this point. I collabed with Pippa, if you guys remember that one, where I did some random shit from the Anarchist cookbook. The problem is that a lot of them are literally illegal to do. Like, I cannot legally do them on stream. So I'm unfortunately quite limited in what I could show off. Spontaneous Uno, thank you for the 100 bits. With you being a science-type Pokemon, wouldn't it be easier for you to craft your own match foreskin? No, I went over this at the beginning of the stream, but you weren't here for it, probably. The chemicals that you need to make your own, there's a couple in there that are just, like, way, way too hard to get when I can just go to like Home Depot or Walmart and buy a box of matches for $2 and then strip them off. Literally, this is easier, and it takes less time, because if you make it yourself, you have to wait for it to dry out, which takes like a day. Karen, thank you for the 100 bits. Someone say there was a car JFK assassination in the Cars universe because the car Popemobile has bulletproof glass. Thank you for the added lore to add to the wiki here. Red Troubadour, thank you for the 100 bits. In the Cars universe, oil is used for piss jokes, but is also implied to be drink. Yeah, I'm not really sure how this works. Ruby, thank you for the 100 bits. Listening to you yap about random shit is the best part of my day. Thank you, Ruby. I appreciate it. AV Fusion, thank you for the 100 bits. Is there a Cars version of the coffin of Andy and Lele? No, I don't think that needs to exist. Type Zeta 2, thank you for the $5. It's also shown cars die. Yeah, they crush cars to death in Cars 2. Mater does live in effectively a graveyard. Le Petite Baguette, thank you for the 100 bits. When are we gonna play the original Cars video game? It has no right being as good as it is. I had it on the GameCube. I don't remember it being good at all. So I don't know what you're talking about, brother. It just got serious. Thank you for the 100 bits. Dad, you're scaring us? Don't worry about it. Hero Waffles, thank you for the fresh Prime sub. I appreciate you. Thank you, thank you. As if Kennedy's assassin invented assassinations. Nah, bro, bulletproof glass did not exist until the Kennedy assassination. The fact that his car had bulletproof glass on the windows and he only was able to get shot because he rolled the windows down. Simply, they were simply ahead of the curve. Also, Mater is a tow truck, so is he more like roll-wise, that would make him more like an ambulance? Because he would be getting, like, crashed cars? But then also, like, I think there's literal ambulances in the Carsiverse. So, explain that one. Implying cars have sex? Well, that was why I was going on earlier. Are they manufactured in a lab or not? It's like people don't even listen to the damn rant. Is the powders from crushing this okay to breathe? Probably not. I'm not breathing the powder, though. I'm going to be putting it on the end of the cig and then lighting it with it. One of the Cars movies has an amazing Yo Mama joke in it. Is it Cars 2? That seems like the one that would have a Yo Mama joke in it. Guys, what are the best and worst Your Mother jokes in a franchised movie? Or like a mainstream movie? If a car opens their trunk, is that a full spread eagle? Okay, you know what? I think we're done with the Cars discussion. I think it ends here. I think it's I think we're gonna go ahead and wrap that up right about now. What is the Cars' sexual dimorphism besides cartoon eyelashes? Whether they what their voice sounds like. I don't know, bro. Disney wasn't one to put on. They didn't want to be the one to define what a girl car and what a boy car is. I need information on this. I'm getting scared, bro. Also, they're implying that didn't they imply that Sally's a whore because she has a fucking tramp stamp tattoo? Like, am I misremembering, or is that literally in the Cars movie? Isn't that literally in the movie, or am I crazy? I think that's the implication, because Lightman McCoo, like, says something about it, and then she gets, like, embarrassed, because she's got a tramp stamp. That does happen. Doesn't Mater's tow hook grab other cars by the crotch? Yeah, he technically grabs them from the rear, because that's where towing hookup would be. She was a stripper. How do cars strip? Also, isn't there also a scene where the two young teenage cars flash Lightning McQueen at the race? And they're flashing their headlights, but the implication is that they're flashing him. Is that not, like, in the movie? Or am I tripping on that one, too? Yes, that's also it. I'm telling you, man, Disney was tripping with this one. All their other movies, they're like, we're not even putting a hint of an adult joke in here. And in this one, they're like, yeah, we're actually, like, we're fine with this, actually, now. Why are we talking about car tits? Because someone said there's no sexual dimorphism in cars, so then it got me thinking about it. It is. It's literally at the beginning of the movie. I never saw this movie, so this sounds like a terrible fever dream. That's epic, brother. It's okay. You should keep it that way. It's not worth watching. Do female cars have to drive in the dark to stay wholesome? I don't think the headlights are literally tits. Well, if that's the case, then Lightning McQueen canonically has no tits because he's a race car. And he explains in the movie that the race cars don't have headlights because the track is always lit. And then the redneck car responds and he says, so is my cousin, but I don't think it's because he doesn't have headlights. Which is also an adult joke! They were real, this was literally the only movie that they decided to do this in. Also, I remember way too much about this. Now that I'm, like, thinking back on it, I'm remembering way too much about what happens in Cars. Regular lights are fine, but high beams are high beams, you know. Yeah, that implies car weed exists, bro. Well, there's a stoned car in Radiator Springs. Remember, it's the hippie car. And the World War II car hates the hippie car. Hour 2 of Cars discourse. There's too many implications. That's also like a pretty good joke, I'm not gonna lie. Whoever's editing this is gonna have every clip of you filling the bowl talking about cars. If you watch the edits, then you know that most of the time me doing the menial tasks that fill out a lot of the center of the video are just me talking about random shit with chat. Which honestly, like at this point, it's just the style of my YouTube content. I don't do hyper optimized YouTube content. If you just want to see the beginning and the end of the project, you can skip. You can skip around, nothing's stopping you. They have George Carlin play the hippie car? Wait, what? I didn't know that. The YouTube Cars episode. 80% cigarette manufacturing. 20% Cars lore. How do I fast forward this then? Oh, I'm so tempted to have mods ban you. Or time you out for an hour so you can come back when it's done. If the age of the car is determined by the model year of the car, McQueen Eater would be a pedos. Mater is from the 50s. Puberty Jones, are you implying that Mater fucks Lightning McQueen? What do you mean he's a pedo? They're not romantically involved. That's... What what the fuck does that comment mean, bro? Bro paid to highlight that too. What the fuck do you mean? You mean he's a pedo? They're just roommates? Dog, are you deadass trying to retcon that Mater fucks Lightning McQueen in the Cars movie? If anything, Sally would be the pedo. She's an older model car than Lightman McQueen is. But even then, I don't think the cars work that way. I don't think the age of consent of a car is 18, because cars... 18 is a fucking old car. Their entire universe has only existed for like 150 years. In 2006, when the movie was made. Like... McQueen is not in the Jeepston files. McQueen is young in the first Cars movie. Now, if you want to have some kind of implication between Light Moo McCoo in the Cars 3 when he's an old-ass car, and he's helping out a young sports car and fulfill their racing career, then you can maybe start drawing some fucking allegations. But like, he's literally young in the first movie. He's like 3. Cause he's like a 2000s era car, and that shit came out in 2006. So he's like 3 years old in that one. I'm thinking of the Herbie reboot, where Herbie is hitting on the younger model. What the fuck? I don't remember much of Herbie Fully Loaded, which I'm assuming is the Herbie reboot. That wasn't like the 2006, but also, who the fuck? There's no way they would reboot Herbie again. No one fucking cared about that movie when it came out. Speaking of, bro, who said that? I care. The chat's off the screen. If you're really knowledgeable on Herbie Fully Loaded lore, you should play the hit DVD-based board game Seen It 2, which came out in the 2000s around the time that movie came out. It's a family game where you have to answer various Disney trivia based on little clips and screenshots that they show you that you select via DVD mini menus. But because it came out at around the same time as Herbie Fully Loaded, if you play that game, you'd think that movie was one of the most popular things Disney has ever put out. Because like a fifth of the questions are about that fucking Herbie movie. According to the wiki, he was made in 2006. He was literally 1 year old. Are the cars born or are they built? You're 30 minutes behind the discourse here, buddy. Scroll back on the VOD. Yeah, it's Seen It Disney Edition. Hope you like fucking Herbie. If you play that in current year, hope you're knowledgeable on Herbie Fully Loaded. The Miatas that flashed McQueen were canonically 1992 Miatas. Oh yeah, because those are the ones that have the flip-top headlights. Making them 14 in the movie. Yeah, but I don't think 14 in car years is 14 in human years. Also, they were effectively flashing a 1-year-old. McQueen is basically like an infant. So I don't think it's, like, problematic, if that's what you're trying to, like, imply. Can we remove some of the wood chunks? I think it'll all grind the same. Everything grinds down here, kid. I think that's that quote from It. I've never seen it, though. I don't like clowns. There are some random wood chunks in here. Yeah, I'm not gonna get too picky on filtering that all out. Let me get my mortar and pestle. We gotta grind this into a fine paste. Or not a paste, it'd be a powder. Gonna make this a little trickier. Hang on. Also, hang on a second. Let me wash my hands. Alright, hang on. Do you think there's a North Korea? Oh my gosh, dude. Did I request this get added? Oh yeah, Ping Tomato for requests for 7 TV emotes. Alright, hang on a second. Where's my little ball tool? Do you think car brands are different religions? I don't know how that, like, ties in with the lore. I don't know. Is there, like, a joke where one of them says, like, thank Chrysler or some shit? Because I feel like that would be in a Cars movie, and that would imply some kind of brand religion tie, but I don't remember that being in there. I'm conjuring that of my own, like, cranium. Alright, there. That was what I was looking for. We can maybe use this to mash this up. What is this fucking emote? It doesn't render? It's not rendering on here yet? Is a fucking belch emote? Car brands are different ethnicities. Don't go down that path too far. I don't want to get banned. Yo, Baguette, thank you for the 100 bits. The Cars universe contains real NASCAR drivers such as Richard Petty, Jeff Gordon, Mario Andretti, and Dale Earnhardt Jr., which implies that Dale Sr. existed. Therefore, we are led to believe the crash that killed him also happened. Yeah, I mean, cars die in Cars, like in the movies. Dude, the Hudson Hornet fucking dies before the third movie. No Buckles, thank you for the 100 bits. Also worth noting, there was no TSA in one of the movies, so there has to have been a Cars 911. My question is, was the plane sentient like the one in Planes? Or was a car flying it? Oh, were the planes sentient? Yo, Mantis Queen, thank you for the $5. Why are we not talking about the circumcision scene in Robots, though? There's a circumcision scene in the Robots movie? I don't remember that. I remember the part where they get the baby kit from like Sears or whatever. I remember that. Shamu, thank you for the 200 bits. Security at the airport in Cars 2 confirms a car version of 9/11 occurred, implying a complex history of vehicular geopolitical conflict. Furthermore, the Pope Mobile, an actual character, proves a car assassination attempt happened, assassinating his glass shield. This confirms a car Catholicism hierarchy, which logically requires a car Jesus who likely died on a cross wrench for our mechanical sins. You weren't here like 30 minutes ago when I already went over this. It don't make no sense, bro. Trail Coiner, thank you for the 4 months of Prime. Serious, thank you for the 100 bits. Did some quick research, boss. They are manufactured, but it's implied that they are born as engines and the factories make them into cars. They eat food, but their drinks are fuel and oil, and if they're born as engines, they fuck to make engines. You're welcome. Your search history can be tame as I've made the sacrifice. And then Kavosha, thank you for the 100 bits. Would it be Mater and his hook going to tailpipe for Cars? Shut the fuck up. WYRXR, thank you for the 100 bits. Were you the kind of kid to watch Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends and ask why don't they all get real jobs? I didn't watch Foster Home for Imaginary Friends, but that is the kind of shit I was on, I'm not gonna lie. Alright, hang on. We don't have a real mortar and pestle, so I'm having to pestle my fucking mort right now. She mort on my till I pestle. Hang on. Locke, thank you for the 100 bits. Hang on. It snipped your message off, but thank you for the 100 bits. Hang on, I want to go back 45 minutes before I heard anything about Cars. I just wanted to be a cute movie about the cartoon Cars. This kid's life would be so much easier if he didn't imagine all this bullshit. What is the premise of Foster's Home for imaginary kids? Wait, yeah. Or for imaginary friends, not imaginary kids. What's the premise? Is it that this kid imagines all this shit and then it happens? It's Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends. Sorry, not imaginary kids. Lost imaginary friend halfway house. So is Foster the kid that imagines all the friends? That's what I'm asking. Oh no, wait, it's a foster home for the friends when the kid grows up. Oh, okay, I understand. That's a cute idea. Man, I wish I had a fucking functional mortar and pestle. And no, I'm not using my food mortar and pestle for this. It'll have chemicals in it forever if I do that. And I don't want to get some fucked up evil disease. Frankie is the imaginary friend of Madame Foster as her younger self. Oh! Can we go back to talking about cars? No, we're talking about Foster's Home for Imaginary Kids. Sorry, imaginary friends. That's a fan theory. Disregard, bro. Oh, don't tell me fucking Tumblr theories when I've never watched the show, motherfucker. There's another episode where someone makes a bimbo version of Frankie. Who is Frankie? I don't know any of the characters from this. What's the name of the blue ghost? That's Blue? Oh, okay. I always get him confused with the Monsters vs. Aliens Blue guy, who's really resurged in popularity recently because of the dank memes. Is there a reason why? Because that movie sucks shit, if I'm being real. This sucks. This is actually the worst way maybe possible to grind this shit up. Me trying to remember the name of the orange cat from Garfield. What's the name of the dog from Garfield? Oh, that's Odie, actually. I don't need to ask that. How many different independent animated Garfield series are there? This is crushing it up into smaller pieces, but it's not a fast process, I can tell you that. Jeez. Don't say normal. I don't like him. Fewer than you'd guess. I'm mad I never got to go to the Garfield restaurant. Where the fuck is the Garfield restaurant? Here's the thing. I feel like Garfield is more a franchise brand than the media that it represents. Like, there are more people that like having, like, Garfield paraphernalia than there are people that actually read the comics and are like, wow, this is funny. Garfield isn't a very funny comic most of the time, I feel like. It was in Toronto, I think? Oh, damn, that's awesome. Also, Bodega, welcome. Heathcliff is better than Garfield? Yeah, I'll accept that. Garfield mug. Grandma used to have these Garfield cups. I don't know where they came from. But they had all these, like, random-ass Garfield characters on them, and that's about the most interaction with the franchise I got, besides trying to read the comics and realizing that they weren't very good. What was that? You guys ever see that tweet that's like, yesterday-esque story about a guy who goes back in time, or a guy who goes to a universe where the Peanuts never existed, so then he draws them all from memory, and everyone's like, yo, these suck shit. That lives like rent-free in my head. It's so fun. It was from McDonald's? I believe it. That's exactly what would happen. Yeah, I know. Garfield doesn't talk. John's just zooted on anti-psychosis meds. It sounds like a fucking rancid creepypasta / fan theory type thing. Guys, what if none of it was real and they were just on drugs the whole time? Fuck off. Mods, can we add Garfield's sexy, thick chatting to 7TV? Nah, let's not do that, mods. Garfield without Garfield slaps. I think it slapped when I first saw it in, like, 2010. Also, Garfield without Garfield was published by Universal Syndicate. It wasn't just like a webcomic thing. Because I remember reading it on the same site that I was reading normal newspaper comics. It was like in syndication. Mods, can we add Wide Among Us gay sex to 7TV? I got some news for you, pal. It's already added. Alright, we've got a pretty good... This is getting to a proper powder now. Yo, Locke, thank you for the 100 bits. Why do they call it of-in when you of-in the cold food and of-out hot eat the food? John Arbuckle from the acclaimed Garfield comic. I don't think he actually said that, dog. Darklance, thank you for the 100 bits. What are you doing? What are you grinding up? I stripped the match heads off of 300 matches, and now I'm grinding them into a powder so that then I can coat the ends of cigarettes in them and then fake strike light cigarettes. Look, just trust me, bro. Le Petit Baguette, thank you for the 100 bits. In the movie, Planes also has sentient aircraft character USS Eisenhower, which implies World War II happened. Put the pieces together for the Japanese planes. No, dude, come on. It wasn't real and they were on drugs as a fanfic version of it was all a dream. Yeah, basically. My husband will cry, laugh if you send him the hot of eat the food meme. Hey on, give me his email. Can you give me his email right now? I'm gonna send him an epic meme. Chatter, I need an email. I'm gonna hang on. You can DM it to me on Twitch so it doesn't show up in the chat for everyone to fucking spam this poor man. Send it to me on Twitch though. Send it to me in a Twitch DM right now. I got an epic hilarious meme to send. Yo, Smallest Owl returns. Thank you for the bits, by the way. You got it? Hell yeah. Alright, hang on. Hang on. Of the hot food. What do they call it? Oven. Yeah, here we go. Save image as. Hang on, can I find the one where John has a thicker dumpy? Because I know it exists. I know it exists. Wait, is this Garfield Jam? Is this the Collins Bear animation, but it's with fucking... Why on the Know Your Meme page for this meme is the, is there an alternate version with Nanners? And it's like a worse version? Why'd they add that? Alright, hang on. Save image as of eat the food. Come on, bro, get this over to me. I got an email to send. Do you know how to do a Twitch whisper? It's a bit of a complicated process. Unfortunately, it's a bit of a complicated process. You have to click the little whisper symbol in the top corner, and then you search for people, and then you find me, and then you click it, and then you can send it via a whisper. I don't think I'm gonna get to send the email, dog. They're not doing it. This is a shame. I wanted to be funny. Can you do slash whisper? I don't know. Hang on. Let me try. Slash whisper. No, I can't do that. What can I do? Slash announce green? I can fucking announce green? They need to add a slash announce brown. Okay, hang on. So stop. Let's see. Slash you slash sub. Shortcut for subscribers. Oh, that restricts chat to subscribers. He can announce green. What happens if I slash announce green? Yippee! Oh, that's what it does. Oh, the green is the little borders. I didn't know I could do that. That's awesome. Yeah, they need to make announce brown. Was introduced to your content 2 months ago. Now I'm addicted to it. Yo, Miles Prower. Thank you so much for the Prime sub for 2 months. I appreciate you. Here, hang on a second. I gotta take you out of the queue or you're gonna get added twice. I'm gonna brown. Yo, Shamu plays. Thank you for the 100 bits. You have to pick one to survive and the remainder must be forgotten forever. Dilbert, Garfield, and Peanuts? Garfield's getting picked, dog. The Peanuts are charming. They're the only ones up for contention. Literally, people have already forgotten Dilbert. 50-50 scenario, push the button style, where one of the options is Dilbert is forgotten by the common populace. I push the button and nothing happens because it's already happened. Who is the most overrated comic strip character? WYRXR, thank you for the 100 bits. It's gotta be what it's gotta be like Dennis the Menace or some shit. Like, I don't think it's Garfield. Garfield has had some funny comics. What's like a less funny one? It depends. How well do you know comics? Because there are far worse ones than Garfield that get syndicated all over the country. Like, who the fuck is reading the Family Circus? Family Circus fucking sucks. That's actual dog shit. Actual, like, unreadable dog shit. I don't know why that gets syndicated by anyone. That guy shouldn't even be fucking, like, in business. I don't know what they're doing. Hang on, I got DM'd a email. Okay, hang on 1 second. To this guy's email account, subject, capital RE:, funny image, must see, exclamation point, add, attach image. I'm attaching this image. Hey, honest. And then, let's see, laughing, crying emoji, laughing, crying emoji, laughing, crying emoji. Hilarious! Hope to see you at the barbecue on Sunday, Gertrude. Or hang on. Hope to see the barbecue on Sunday and then signed Gertrude. Baby Blues fucking sucked. No, Baby Blues is unfortunately in the top 50% of the comics that my newspaper that I had growing up syndicated. I can tell you right now the ones that sucked the most. Marmaduke sucks shit. It's so unfunny it's actually criminal. Blondie was generally pretty bad. Blondie was pretty fucking awful. There was maybe occasionally one that was kind of sort of funny in there, but that we were really stretching. It was being generous to say that. Beetle Bailey is unfunny and almost never even had a joke, nonetheless one that would make you laugh. Same with Family Circus. You were lucky to even find one that had a bit at all in it. What was the other one? My newspaper growing up also ran Prince Valiant, which no one fucking read. But they also, I'll give them this, they crammed the entire comic strip, which was like a canonical story and was clearly supposed to be like a half page, and they crammed it into a square that was like this big. It was like a 16th of a page. Ziggy was dog shit. I forgot about Ziggy. Ziggy was in there too. For better or worse, though, that one was kind of like, it was kind of a cringe Kino scenario where it was really bad and it was like a drama for some reason. And then at some point, the main character dies of cancer, and then the comic is just like every week, it's just like misery, and then eventually the story fucking ends and it goes back to the original syndication from like the 1980s. They just start playing like reruns, and then you realize from the reruns that it used to be a funny comic strip. Not that funny, but like, it was like made for humor. And then at some point, it fucking evolved into like a soap opera kind of deal. Anyway, that one kinda, I'm not even gonna put that one that low in the stack, because even though I was skipping that shit every week when it was on its drama arc, and even when it went off of it, it wasn't funny. But like, the fact they did that is actually psychotic. The change up that they did on that strip is so crazy, it's actually like notable. I guess I'm just going on by the, I'm going off of like ones that were in my newspaper. What were the top ones? The very best ones in the newspaper, at least to me as like a 12-year-old, Foxtrot, which I think I maintain was pretty damn good, and Pooch Cafe were the two that were actually funny, and they were on the back page of the comic strip, so you always got to them last. You always had the good saved for last. And most of the other ones weren't very good. Foxtrot is actually awesome. I went online and read, like, the previous ones. I like that one enough. Never even heard of that one. It was in, like, no other newspapers that I ever saw. But it was funny. At least to a kid. We didn't have peanuts. Weren't we supposed to be making a cigarette? Mods, can you ban this guy for 24 hours? Yeah, we were. Are you, what, you don't like yapping? What are you in the stream for? Watch the YouTube video, little bro. You don't understand the entire point. You've lost track of what's real. Don't actually ban him. He's like he's probably a nice guy. Alright, hang on. Let me get my, Let me get my burner out real fast. We need to make a questionable sugar syrup to dip the end of the cigarette in. Alright. Once we have this... Also, is this a fire hazard to have all these matchsticks here? Probably. Let's actually keep this pretty far away. I don't want it bursting into flames when I'm cooking my sugar. Alright, the idea here is... the sugar is going to create the sticky base. And then we're going to dip the end of the cig in the sugar. And then dip the sticky sugar end in the matchstick dust that we have over here. And then that should produce a lightable, strikeable cigarette. And I am realizing I need to get a spatula for this. We have our cigs here. Oh, nice, hot sugar. Yeah, we have multiple dangers going on here. Don't worry about it, okay? Don't be getting caught up on the fucking details. Hang on a second. I'm gonna take a piss and also run up and get a spatula. Fuck! I fear it's over, dog. That shit is black as hell. Not that that means there's anything wrong with it. Alright, hang on. I think we need to get rid of this, though. I'm not pouring it into the trash. Alright. Let's try that again. Just use the tar. Nah, I'm getting enough carcinogens from this. I don't need the tar sugar to add to it. Alright, let's try that again. Let's add some sugar. That's a shame. That looked like it was gonna have a good caramel, but we just took it a little bit too long. For anyone who's ever made caramel, the difference between good and bad is literally like seconds. What I'm really realizing is that, damn, I guess I didn't need a spatula. One piss away. Sugar is hard not to burn. Especially on this fucking burner that runs hotter than usual. I got more Temu stuff in today. I think we might have gotten the stovetop, which is going to be pretty important. I also ordered some additional stuff off stream, namely a kettle. A permanent sugar engine would be self-lighting. You're forgetting that I am gonna be inhaling the thing after it lights. Permanent? You actually don't want to stir too much once it starts because it changes the crystal structure. Did you know? Did you know that? Alright, hang on. Alright, turn off, kill the heat. Alright, we're off the heat, but it's still quite hot. I think we might have survived. I think we might have managed to make non-burnt caramel. Literally seconds of difference between burnt and not burnt. Alright. We gotta work pretty fast. The idea is we dip a corner in, and then we put it on some strike powder. It looks like it's fucking candy coated. Here, what if we pull it and really get a good dip in? We'll get some more coated than others, because I don't know how much of this it's gonna take. Keep in mind, no water in this, just sugar. Sugar is just being used as the binding agent here because it's the most flammable binding agent I can think of that isn't directly toxic. So that's my main motivation here. This is how you do a good caramel for like a croquembouche, in case you're wondering. We're getting more fucked up cooking streams every day. I should have got this one's all full of fucking wood splinters. Alright, there's gonna be some issues due to how I filtered my matchsticks. Where some will be better or worse than others, but you know. Working fast here, working fast. I feel like I should do one where I just dip the whole tip. Just to see if the other ones don't work, if this one, like, does. That don't work. I don't know what... that don't light. I don't know what's gonna do it, brother. Most of these, though, the idea is that I dip the corner, because then when it lights, the fire will travel up and light the actual part you want lit. We're getting these little glass strands off of it. I'm doing an entire box. So we have plenty to experiment with. Fuck it. I'll do another whole coat one. The caramel cigarette. Nice theory. That's what I'm thinking, man. See if this makes the cigarette taste like candy. I don't know what adhesive they would be using. They would probably just be dipping it in the match goop. But I don't have that luxury, because I don't have the match goop in its, like, unfaltered form. Alright, then we want to do something cool with the leftover sugar. Let's make some, like, dragon's floss or whatever. This shit's gotta harden to hard, to hard shards. It's not really a dragon's floss. I think what they do is they roll it in, like, some other shit. This is turning into hard shards of sugar, though. Sugar. Candy. Cleaning this pot's gonna be a pain in the ass. That's later's problem. Right now, hard crack. Yeah, speaking of, I did see your mother last night. Hang on one second. I forgot. Control. This shit's just turning into candy now. Oh, it's not sticking anymore. It got hard too fast. Hang on. Now this shit's just candy. We're getting a little sidetracked. God, I'm making a delicious sweet treat. I'm using the non-toxic side of the match. There we go. Delightful. The way the line of SIGs gets progressively more fucked up. Oh, what you're talking about, bro. These look like they're about to reinvent a fucking patent. But maybe that's just what it looks like to an innovator like me. Let's get our powder that lights on fire instantly out of the way. It's a lollipop. Sugar's water soluble. Yeah. The actual way you clean that is hot water. Hot water. Alright. Let's see how well this works. Oh! Okay, wait. Guys, hang on. Hang on. I think it's time to experiment, because there may be some differing levels of, lighting, depending on How much sugar is on the end? Yes, that's exactly what you want to see on your cigarette. Yeah, that's absolutely, that's working perfectly. Yeah, it's excellent, actually. Ooh, baby. Hang on. You know what we need? We need a different camera angle is what we need. Alright, hang on a second. Let me get the camera switched around. Let me get corned up. I'm just getting my cam set up. So now we can do some smocking in the corn mask. I figured the cigarette would break before it lit. Luckily, it didn't take much friction, but I also thought that. It looks weird seeing me in the corn mask in this when I'm not in the Chinese drip. I got so used to that fit during the during Chinese week. All right, we got a couple different variations of our self-lighting cigarettes here. This one, it's only got a little dab. I think that one's probably gonna work pretty well. And then we have these, which you can see they get progressively more and more. And you've got like, this one's got a little more on it, this one's got a little more, all the way up to just like a giant wad of match and sugar on the end. So we'll see. I love the edits of you in this cam. It really, it provides a lot for working with, you know? Hang on, let's see, Let's see how this works. Let's also see how easy it is to strike. Okay, I'm already seeing one problem with this. Namely that, it doesn't stay lit long enough to actually fucking burn. And I think that might be a problem with the sugar. Luckily, we didn't use all of our matchstick powder. Hang on a second. Because that one didn't light. Can we get one to light at all? No. that one also didn't? What if, okay, hang on. One of these, surely. Surely one of these, right? This one fucking broke trying to light it. Motherfucker. We going no filter? Nope. Nope. That one didn't work. I'm seeing the problem. I think it's that the binding agent, the sugar, takes more time to light on fire than I'm giving it with this, with the amount of strike that I have on this. Motherfucker! Also another problem. Trying to strike these, you gotta be real fucking careful. Really, you want to strike on the side and kind of put your thumb on the top like this? Fuck. Alright, let's try our big kahuna here. Ah, fuck! It lit my fucking pliers on fire. That one wanted... Motherfucker. It just needs more time. The ignition time is too low. Look how hard that is, too. Fucking lit and launched off. Here, we have another big gob one. Let's try this one. Oh! There we go! Oh, baby! Yeah, that worked. It basically lit, like, behind the rest. That shit's canoed like crazy, bro. Can you see that? That's the only one so far that actually lit the cigarette. Smoking that phosphorus. Don't worry, the smoke from the match heads are long gone by the time it actually catches on fire. We just need a thicker coating. I think what we need is either one, a more reactive binder, or two, I don't know how to hold two fingers when I have this. We need like layers, where it's like layer 1, layer 2, layer 3, each one getting dipped in the sugar and then in the matchstick. Bro's getting the Fossy jaw. There's no phosphorus in the match head. That's in the phosphorus is in the strip. This is the red phosphorus. The match head's like some other shit. First of all, it's not even phosphorus. It's like some other shit. Second of all, scientists are unsure of its ramifications. Motherfucking hoe. Alright, we had one that actually lit. Are we gonna get any others? Because we've already spent these, so we might as well try them. Speaking of, this fucking phosphorus strip doesn't want to light this shit for nothing. Nope. And it broke the cigarette. I thought that was gonna light, actually. Motherfucker! I'm seeing the main problem here. I'm seeing the main problem here, and I'm thinking that it doesn't have anything to do with the formulation of what's on the end. I think it has to do with the fact that if you strike it too hard, you break the cigarette in half. There are probably people not too big a fan of those. Hang on. Let me flush myself out with some Gatorades. Motherfucker. That one also didn't work. So many of these are absolute duds. You know, it would literally be better to just have a box of cigarettes that had, like, a lighter or a set of matchsticks built in than to have this shit. I'm absolutely understanding why this patent didn't take off. Motherfucker. Motherfucker! I even choked down on it. Like, already out of time! That one's not gonna work. It literally burns too fast. I think the layer of sugar, the sugar needs to be flammable faster. Like the wood on a matchstick, where it just burns real quick. Really? Just nothing on that guy. I'm like trying to even like get it as soon as I can get it lit. Use gasoline for the glue. Well, I think I can add some. So I don't think that this is the final idea on this. We can add potassium nitrite to our sugar, which will make it much more reactive because that's an oxidizer. And then the sugar itself should burn. Really? Dude, only that massive one. That's the only one that's actually, like, lit properly. Alright. Hang on. Let's get this switched. Let's get this switched up. Let me get the water hot so I can rinse out my sugar dish. We need to make some minor revisions. Just some minor revisions. We also need another box of cigs. Hang on, where's my, There we go. These are the prop cigs that I use for streams. Ah, streamer, why don't you use real cigarettes? Because that's not relevant to the stream. Also, because the company that makes these, it's the most advertising they've ever had in years. When I did my, my steak smoked with cigarettes stream. And so they sent me 12,000 cigarettes. So you can imagine, why would I go buy other ones when I have these? When I have, at this point, even after using thousands and other shit, I have thousands and thousands left of these. Alright, let me get this thing heated up so I can actually wash this. We need to get this hot enough that it cooks the sugar out of the water. Put this in here too, because it also needs wash. It looks like something I'd purposefully forget in the sink with soap and water. It's not that hard if you get the water hot enough, it just melts right off. But you gotta get the water hot enough. That pot will never be the same. Quite the contrary. Especially, come on, bro. It's a stainless steel pot. You get a non-stick pot, cataclysm level event like this might have it, like, fucked for life. You get a stainless steel pot, you could fucking surface the whole layer of the pot off, and you'd be fine. If you fuck up a stainless steel pot in a way that you think is unrecoverable, take that thing out to the mill and just grind the top layer of the pot off. It'll work just like new. That shit is indestructible. I love them. I love stainless steel. We eating Teflon? Motherfucker, it's a stainless steel pot. No Teflon present. Look, it's already boiling the sugar off. Now if it's single layered. It is, like, so not expensive to get a real, like, proper solid stainless steel pot. There are cheap ones that only have a thin layer. But, come on, son. Here, hang on. Proof in check. Told y'all it was easy. Ooh, there's a little bit there in the corner. A little bit there in the corner I missed while spraying it down. Alright, there, we got it. The sugar strand? Yeah, it is. Alright. Alright. Hang on. Let me get my potassium nitrite. Also, here's the sugar we made the first time. Just in case anyone's wondering. The one that we left a little too long. Now it's a nice black amber. I had a cheap pot split layers on me once. Oh my lord. That thing had to have been pretty damn cheap. Potassium nitrite. And a little extra. You want it heavier on the potassium nitrite. Let me wash my hands first before doing any of this. Since I just fucking bare palmed that like a barbarian. Don't eat this one. It'll go very poorly for you. I wash kitchen dishes in my dorm bathroom sink. Yeah, don't worry, bro. I've done that too. Be a man, use ammonium nitrite since my friends and I did when we nearly burned down his garage. This is actually, this gets you on less government watch lists, which is literally the reason why I use it instead. I'm not even kidding you. Yo, Grant Letternam, thank you for the fresh T1. Alien Gel, thank you for the 4 months of Prime. Are you gonna make rocket fuel if this doesn't work? Oh, old message. Baguette, thank you for the 100 bits. Cigarettes that ignite with a pull string like a quick start fire log. I might be able to actually make that. I feel like that wouldn't be too hard. Yo, Digitizer, thank you for the 1,000 bits. Hey, bro, it's me, Jeff, from high school. Just railed some K. Can you bum me some self-lighting ciggies? If you do, I'll give you the island. You can do whatever the fuck you want there. I know I have. Anyways, call me. No, I don't think I'll be calling you, bro. Spontaneous Uno, thank you for the 100 bits. For us new viewers, can we get the lore behind the corn mask? I bought it on a Temu stream once, and it looked funny. Now, whenever I need to show a full body shot where my face is in view, but my mouth also needs to be in shot, I use the corn mask. If you want the further, why don't you just show your face? That's like deeper lore. And that's basically, because when I had my real job, I didn't want it revealed that I was doing shit online, and now it's like part of the brand, and people... I literally had a goal on my last subathon. Do a face reveal. People stopped donating before the goal because they did not want the goal achieved. So I'm like, alright, I understand. I will not do that. This smells like shit compared to the other one. Holy shit. Alright, this one I didn't finesse the caramelizing as well, but also I blame the potassium. The potassium nitrite. This smells like absolute shit. But, should work here. And I'll do a deep I'll do a deep dip as well of this one. Just one though, because we're starting to run out of match head. We'll see if this ends up working better or not. Dude, this is rough. At least this material is. Holy shit. I'm trying to get these more on the edge, because I think that makes them work better, is when they're on the edge and not directly covering up the part you suck. Also, I don't really want to be inhaling... like, the rocket sugar. Alright. I'm gonna flush this straight out so I don't have to wash this pot again once it cools. What doesn't kill you makes you weezer? Did you know the song I'm Blue, Dabba Dee Dabba Die was actually referring to the Blue album by Weezer? True fact, they really love the album. Don't look it up, though. Alright, hang on. What else we got on here? Can you make this a self-lighting receipt? Hang on. Shit, man. The sugar's gone. Sorry. Thank you for the $10, though, Junkyard Dog. Holy shit. Swag Lord, thank you for the 100 bits. You reckon it could work if you dip one of the chopped matchsticks in the sugar and make a lollipop? Yeah, that would work. It was performed at the Olympics. What was? Weezer? Be-doo-dee-dee-dee-dee-doo. Alright, hang on. Let's return to corn. Alright, let's see here. Corn. This stream is about to get 10 times cooler. Hang on a second. Gotta turn on the thing here. Yeah! My hand's all sticky. Whatever. Anyway, let's try this guy out. Alright, new and improved. New and improved. Self-lighting one. Now, hopefully it doesn't explode, because it is, it's got a strong oxidizer mixed with the sugar, which I'm hoping makes it burn a little longer. Well, we can use the other side so we get a fresher strike pad. Oh! Oh, baby! Did you see how much longer that burned? Alright, yeah, that's what we're talking about, buddy. That actually fucking rocks if that worked. Let's crack open a cold sing towel to celebrate. Ah! Fuck, it didn't work! Ow! Shit! Well, with it first, you don't succeed. Oh, that fucking rocks. Hang on, how universally does this work? Alright, hang on, let's try one of the, because we want to make sure it's not just a fluke, right? This one doesn't want to strike very well. Fuck! Still have that problem to contend with. Let's try this guy. Oh, baby, but when it works, it works. That's that, I can't believe we actually came up with a fucking chemical solution here. I don't think I've ever had a stream where I'm like, let's add an extra chemical to it, and it actually fucking fixed the problem. What's the material actually made of? Oh, on the end? Oh, hey, Mint, by the way. The end is made of, crushed up matchsticks. So we had them all in here. I took, you can see all the sticks here. I took the end off of about 300 matchsticks, and then the adhesive is made from sugar and potassium nitrate. Or potassium nitrite? Nitrite. Which is effectively a sugar rocket. It's because potassium nitrite is an oxidizer, and then the sugar is a fuel. So initially I tried these with just sugar. Let me see if I've got one here. And they didn't really work, because they go out before... Yeah, they go out before they can actually light the cigarette. But this one, with the potassium nitrite in there, it burns the sugar. It gets the sugar ignited, because it has that oxidizer. And then the sugar burns long enough to actually ignite the cigarette. It does make a shitload of smoke. This is what I used when I did the stream where I was making energy drinks into rocket fuel. And that shit smoked my house out more than anything else I've ever done. Dude, the Tsingtao is such a good beer, actually. I gotta get another case of this stuff before Costco gets rid of it. Is okay smoking as the good? It's KNO3, so nitrite, right? I'm not a chemistry expert, I'm an engineer. Alright, hang on a second. Tsingtao's legitimately good. It kept my alcoholic ass alive in France. You were in France, and you needed to drink a Chinese beer to keep your alcoholic ass alive? Don't they sell wine at, like, every fucking place? I'm not a big wine guy either, so I guess I understand. We're being a little wasteful, but don't worry, these are fake cigs. These are not real cigs. Twitch! There, I get extra bonus points for, not promoting nicotine abuse. Not real cigs, just for demo purposes. But you can really smoke them. Motherfucker. Okay, that one didn't have enough sauce on the end to actually... That dude! The potassium nitrite actually works so well. How many step cigs do you still have? Ah, like 8,000 or 9,000. That is shockingly effective. Also, it looks cool as shit. Assuming you're not an idiot like me and keep breaking the cigarette. I think that also has to do with the coating. Like, on this one, where it's, like, very fine powder of the match heads, and then directly on the sugar, there's not, like, edges. I think actually having the bigger chunks of material gives it, like, crags to, like, scratch and get the friction going. And I think that makes it actually, like, work better. Imagine a pack just go off in your pocket. They're not strike anywhere. They do need the strike pad like a normal box of matches. Boxes of matches don't tend to just go off. It takes a lot of heat to get them to flashpoint. Aye. I prefer New Zealand beer. One of the only things they still make. New Zealand? What the fuck brand is from New Zealand? I want to go to Australia so I can try a VB. I don't think they're actually that good. I'll be honest, the only good publicity Australia has for me is that Dank Pods and Cold Ones do shit there all the time and make it look cool. Are you chasing the cig down with beer? Yeah, with this fucking Chinese shit. I got that Chinese shit on. Chinese week is over on the stream, but it's still active in my heart. Have you heard of my retro TV? It's a website formatted like an old television. You can flip through... Oh, no, there the chat goes. You flip through old commercials and broadcasts. That's cool. I don't think I could go through it on a stream, though. Which is the main time when I would be wanting to do something like that. I don't want to fucking watch old TV with commercials on it in my free time. That doesn't seem very, interesting. That seems like something that would be fun to do with chat, because you could, like, talk about it, right? Alright, let's see how, this is the mega coat. There's way too much of it on here. Honestly, it seems like the ones that work best are the ones that have, like, a little bit under, like this. Where it's not, like, this giant fucking gob. Look how much fucking smoke this thing puts off. That's before you even... Oh my god. Alright, you get a little bit of a firework aftertaste on that one. Jeez. That's a fucking rocket. WYRXR asks a true crackhead question. Can you get high from huffing the nitrous oxide put off by the potassium nitrite? No. There's not enough put off by it, I don't believe. What can I say, man? These light the cig. That's an Apollo program, 1969 commemorative sig. What can I say, man? They work. They go off. This might be the first... This might be one of the most genuinely innovative creations we've done on this stream. Not only does it work, it kind of looks cool as shit. Not to say that you should smoke. Smoking is horrible for you. You should never do it. But if you smoked and you and you fucking pulled out the cigarette and fucking and it sparked up like that, and then you're kind of looking fly as hell. Unfortunately, it does look really fucking cool. Aye, aye, aye. It looks as cool as a Strike Anywhere match. Everyone in the building will know you were sparking up. You generate more smoke from the initial lighting than the entire cigarette through you smoking the whole thing. Yo, Shamu, thank you for the 100 bits. Streamer, are you sure you did enough research on this and you're not going to perish? Concern friending is frowned upon in this community. Digitizer, thank you for the 1,000 bits. I appreciate you. Innovation in the making, boys. Invest now. Invest now in self-lighting cigarettes. Okay, but real talk, I'm not really sure what the repercussions of inhaling a bit of the potassium nitrite is. Probably not too much worse than the cigarette itself, but you know. Trevor9977, thank you for the 2 years of T1. Thank you, brother. I keep joking on the... Hang on, you know how I prevent this? Same way I did, back when I did the 500 cigarettes. I get the under-desk fan going, so it blows the smoke away from my mouth. There we go. Holy shit. Crushed sparklers burn hotter just in case you feel like inhaling metal. That sounds awesome, Genghis Crayon. Thank you for the 100 bits. Hello Kitty Fresh. Thank you for the $5. Try using dust or wood chips or tobacco in your sugar syrup. You need more fuel in the tip. No, bro. This one works and it looks cool. WYRXR, thank you for the 100 bits. If you haven't been visited by a government entity, are you really a science content creator? I keep thinking about Cody's lab. I love Cody's lab. Why the fuck did he let the feds just like run around his entire complex? They were just like, hey, can we come in? And he's like, oh yeah, sure, here, look at all my shit. He's too nice of a guy. You would never catch me doing that unless they were like, we're gonna send you to jail if you don't let us look at your shit. William Osmond got talked to about x-rays. I've literally built so much shit with x-rays. I'm kind of surprised I haven't gotten any concern about that. Put some elements that burn different colors to cool max. That would be epic. I'm actually impressed at how reliable these became the minute we added the potassium nitrite. Like now literally all of them work. If you don't break the cig trying to light it, then it works. Ow! Fuck! Okay, I'm seeing another problem. You see how it throws little sparks off? Those are really fucking hot. Potassium nitrite is added to cigs to help burning so it's acceptable for smoking. Ah, excellent. They just straight up fucking put it in the sauce. Hit him with the sugar napalm. Aye. Yo, Judson Photo, thank you for the Prime sub. Appreciate you, brother. Thank you. Mantis Queen 23, thank you for the $5. Inhaling potassium nitrate dust causes immediate irritation to the nose, throat, and lungs, leading to coughing and sneezing. Your prob's good? Oh, well, I haven't been doing any coughing or sneezing, so clearly, we're good on this one. Omega Ross, thank you for the 4 months of Prime. I appreciate it. Also, it's not potassium nitrate dust. The shit's burning, man. It's like torched. Let's try one more. Just for good measure. Get one more clean fucking swipe on this thing. Alright, hang on. I want one where I pull it and it swipes, one swipe it goes. Motherfucker. About to hit my Tsingtao off, bro. That one has like a weird growth. I don't know about that. It works. What can I say, man? I think I can understand why they maybe didn't catch on so much. My hand just got fucking torched by the little, like, sparks coming off of it. And it kind of looks scary when it goes off. Money Shot Cinema. I literally wanted one that looked good for the... I need it for the gram, bro. I need one that looks good. Yo, Ham, thank you for the 100 bits. Can you put the sig out on this receipt and pour a couple drops of beer so I can feel epic and cool? Thanks, King. I got you. You're getting mod to VIP privilege on that one, though. Okay, hang on. Motherfucker. So few of them actually light in one. But that one just completely fucked up. What was wrong with those two, man? Those were the two on the end. So those were the two I made first. Luck's run out? Not quite. Not quite, brother, man. Hey, you want? I wonder what happens if you throw a lit match into the remaining matchstick powder. I don't think I dare question what I'm seeing. You shouldn't. Could you use silver nitrate? You guys keep wanting me to use more toxic shit. This already gives you one kind of cancer. Why do you want me to stack them? Here, let's see. Whoa! Holy shit! Hell yeah, dude! That's awesome! I'd say this was a stream success. I'd say we showed all we needed to show today. So, streamer, could you like a cigarette with a miniature nuclear explosion? Yeah, sure, bro. As soon as the government gives me a plutonium core. Like the headless matchsticks? It's literally just wood, little bro. It's literally just wood. Malocalypse, thank you for the 100 bits. I appreciate you. And a Digitizer, thank you for the 1,000 bits. If you make this for weed, you would be a fucking millionaire overnight. Stoners do love stupid shit. I don't know what the ramification of making this for weed would be, though. Like, what would I... Also, some stoner would fucking burn their fingertip off trying to strike it. Like, what legality do I have to work around? Or is this more of a street corner pharmacist type of weed seller? Stoners moved on to dab rigs. Stoners are like, hey, we've managed to convince people that our shit isn't addictive. Let's make a rig that makes us as close to smoking meth as possible. Kind of a baller move, but also, like, it's doing horrible PR for them. Let me have some Gamerades. Speaking of advanced Gamerades, you know you can get Gamerade today with 20% off with code UWU at gamersubs.gg. That's crazy. Alright. Oh, yeah. Let me switch this up. Leave my dab crack rig alone. Bro wants a little dab in his crack. 10% off? No. For this, I believe it's still on. For this week only, it's the once a year mega sale where you get 20% off, unless it's over. I think it's still on. Hang on, let me check real fast, because I can't remember. Sponsored. Sponsor announcements. Yeah, no, it's until the 27th. Get it while you fucking can. Stock up now if you're into this shit. Who originally patented this invention? That's a good question. I don't have the patent up to tell you. Some company that makes cigarettes. Dog win new good cups? Who knows? We need, if we... Oh, man. I asked my rep, how far you have to go to get a cup yourself, so if you wanted to see one with me on it, it's a fucking lot. They have so many big streamers in here now. Like 4 years ago, I would have already been able to get one with the amount that I sell with the code, because you guys actually use it a lot, bless up. But now, nah, we gotta... It's like 10K. It's a lot more than that in sales. It's a lot. Kirsha got one, you can too. She sells literally... She has sold over $1 million of gamer subs. I think you do not, like... I think you need to understand scale. I am not selling even like a tenth of that. Because I don't know, man. I don't really have a gamer audience. I have a more like casual audience. They ain't into this stuff as much, and that's completely fine. You guys are an incredibly supportive audience, so I don't really push it that hard besides telling you guys when promotions are going on and stuff. The problem is you don't have titties. I wasn't gonna say that. Is there a male streamer discount? You just suck up to the mutton chop man? Are you fucking are you referring to Schlatt as the mutton chop man? Schlatt's fucking funny. My opinion on him went to him being giga-based when he banned everyone in his chat that had a Dream SMP reference in their username. Nightbot, Nightbot, why did you delete this man's funny message? Wait, how do I undo that decision? Luke Bourgeois, my apologies. That message was funny. Love Schlatt, miss Chuckle Sandwich. Apparently, Gamer Subs made 35 million revenue in 2025. Did you see Pay Money Wubby's Porsche that Gamer Subs gave him? No, I actually didn't know about that. And I watched Wubby, but I didn't catch that. Holy shit. Wubby sells a shitload. Millions of dollars worth. Pull a quite and add tits to your character for a cup. That is... Oh, it spammed asterisks. Oh my gosh. Nightbot sometimes gets some false ones there. That's a legitimate strat, because more people who don't know who you are buy your... With Gamer Sub specific, they have a very gooner-heavy audience, and you get a lot more people buying your shit that don't know who you are if you've got massive tits. Such is the way. We do already have a commissioned film version. I don't know. I don't know if I would run the fucking goon version, or if I would just do my normal model. I don't really want gooners in my chat. You're right, Plutonium. Porcelain Maid has a huge line at the San Japan meet and greet. That's awesome. Joel is awesome, though. I understand. Girl Slab is Agnes Tachyon. Do you want larger tits? I don't want, like... I don't hate cross-art versions of me, but I'm not asking for it, that's for sure. I'm just like, that's interesting when people make them. Have we donated enough money for you to get some big old stripper titties? I'm not fucking doing that, dog. I would love it if it was just the normal avatar, because there's no way I'm going to be seen drinking out of a cup with a big-tittied anime chick on it. See, here's the fight that you guys have to stack up here. Here's the thing. Like, a considerable, as I said earlier, considerable amount of you guys are not, you're not the VTuber audience, and you're not even, like, the Twitch streamer audience. I would say there's a lot of people in this chat that are like, I found you on YouTube or Twitter. I don't watch any other streamers. I just watch this stream. Which is awesome. But it also means for stuff like this, it's like, I don't know. I can't follow the rubric that everyone else does when I make merch or when I get, like, stuff made for my thing, because maybe you guys aren't necessarily into that. So I try to kind of go with, like, you know, somewhere in the middle there. If you get a custom flavor, it has to be SIG related. I would absolutely do that. To get a custom flavor, so the rule is, I can give you a percentage of how far away from reaching a goal, like getting the cup, that we are, but I can't tell you what the actual sale value is, like contract-wise. But I can tell you right now, to get a flavor, you have to have already released a cup, and your cup has to have sold really well. So there's, like, layers to getting that. I don't know. As I said, I think I like a lot of the stuff that Gamer Subs make. Not all of it, but I like a decent amount of it. And I appreciate that you guys use my code. Especially if you're into the same kind of thing. But I don't push it super hard, because I know that a lot of you guys, you're not really gamers, you're not really anime fans, and they have a non-anime section, but it's mostly anime shit or streamer shit. So, you know, it's one of those things where I'm very thankful that y'all use it, but I don't push it super, super hard, you know? How far are we from Cup? We need to sell roughly double what we do every month to get a Cup. And we have to do that for an entire year. The problem is that we would actually be pretty close, but they raise the requirement every year, and because they get bigger and bigger people in, we're kind of chasing the tail here, where we're growing at the rate that they are increasing how many you need to actually get it. It's a little bit MLM coded, which is why I don't get merch made through them or anything. I have a merch company that I get stuff made through. Like, I've got, like, the U2's plush. By the way, there's gonna be the people that ordered the U2's plush, you guys should be getting your plush in, like, the next week or so. Bro, quit complaining and just grow tits. Tomato knows the meta. Tomato understands. Tomato is also... Love him, and he's a great mod and a great editor, but bro, I gotta say, bro's a bit of a gooner. If I needed advice for releasing gooner merch, I would go to Tomato. I just got my Shindig one the other day. Hell yeah. Yeah, mine should be shipping soon. But there's a YouTube's plush. Yeah, last October was the pre-orders. But don't worry, if you missed that one, well, I guess if you really like the OG one, yeah, that was the one release of it, but there may or may not be another release of a new plush this summer. It's not gonna be the same outfit. It's gonna be a different design. But there's talks of it, so, you know, keep your eyes out. I'll announce when we have some confirmation. Not gonna tell you what the get-up is gonna be. They are actually arguing like crazy in the fucking YouTube chat. What are you guys fighting over? I'm sick of merchandise. Can streamers go back to begging for money like normal work dodgers instead of trying to sell me something useless I don't want? Don't worry, bro. I do both. But also, that's crazy. Oh my gosh. Uh-oh, he's looking at us. Every time I snap back to the YouTube chat, they're doing something, dude. We're arguing? I thought it was, but I think it was just one guy kind of going off. That's funny, though. I can't even be mad. If the hater's creative, can I really truly hate him? I don't know, man. So, sometimes the hate only goes one way. If the hater's funny, I gotta have some respect. Guy that gets mad under every single tweet I put out and is like, stop appearing on my timeline. I don't want this stupid anime shit. Your shit sucks. Stop appearing on my timeline. That guy's funny. I can't hate him. I cannot show the hatred towards him that he shows towards me because it's actually hilarious. We're planning an insurrection on Twitch chat. Oh, great. Another day, another another insurrection planned in the YouTube chat. The Twitch chat is pretty, like, stable, but the YouTube chat has been steadily growing in size. One day, they're gonna actually be able to contend with the rest of you motherfuckers. That guy is on the YouTube comments, too. I think he's just a funny guy. Oh, okay. He's epic. Who's the guy who keeps calling me? Do they call me Albanian or Lithuanian? I can't remember. He leaves a comment everywhere. Alright, hang on. Let me check these real fast before we start, like, raiding out or some shit. I hope YouTube chat never has. Right, so... Twitch chat, I'll let you guys in on this because I was talking about it with the YouTube chat and I'm still working out the details, but I think it's going to be funny. Basically, what if there was an ability during our little mini subathon that we're doing for the Temu house where if we exceed the cap, you can hit a bonus stretch goal that whoever is the highest dono, Twitch or YouTube, will get an exclusive, the last day of it will only be streamed to the one that wins. It'll only be there. And I'm thinking that the way we do it is, it won't be through the entire thing. It'll be once the goal is passed, then it starts a tug of war. And you get an extra day, but only to the one that wins. That's evil and fucked up. I think it would be hilarious. So I can't, like, shock you? I'm out. Shut the fuck up. Sounds like a pain for the editor. No, all the editors get... I record everything locally with split audio for my editors so that they don't have to fucking split my music and everything out. So the editors, it wouldn't change anything. Here, hang on. Let me go through these receipts. Ping Pong, thank you for the 100 bits. Rub the tips for good luck, streamer, man. I don't know what that's in reference to, but I'm gonna ignore that. Shamu, thank you for the 200 bits. I'm not getting fucking, Temu tits to sell the gamer subs. It just got serious. Thank you for the gift sub. Digitizer, thank you for the 1,000 bits. I appreciate it. Your chat is full of scientists and engineers and one CIA agent. Not saying who, definitely not me, no way. Don't question my unexplainable wealth. I feel like you probably work for the government. Holy shit! Amoma Malmom 8224. Thank you for the $20. I'm a hate watcher. Glad to have you. Carson McGee, thank you for the $2. Howdy, you. Oh, hey, how's it going, Carson? It just got serious. Thank you for the $5. I'll shill so you don't have to. Darn your turbers, buy the fruity drink powder slabs and do more funny ding-dang cigarette streams. I say with the gamer powder shilling, just get it if you're into it. I'm not gonna try to get someone addicted to caffeine. But if you want to give it a shot, you know, use my code and you get a discount. Oi, oi. Thanks for the stream. Glad it worked out so well. Yeah, dude, I'm surprised it did. Here, hang on. King Gavosha, thank you for the gift sub. Thank you. WYRXR, thank you for the 100 bits. Thank you, thank you. And Crab Dilf, thank you for the gift sub. Aye, aye. All right, hang on. So for those that don't know, this is the last stream of the week, the last scheduled stream. I might do some morning gaming stuff because I want to. But I'm going to be spending most of my time building the shed, making sure it all works, getting everything prepped for our big event next week. There might be a sponsored stream on Thursday, but you know, that doesn't really count. That's just, that'll be me playing a game for a couple hours. But other than that, that one's not finalized or not, but other than that, it'll be basically, there's no more projects scheduled for this week. I'm gonna be spending all my daylight hours building a fucking shed. I'm not streaming the shed building. I'm not doing the whole thing in a mask. I'm not doing it, I can't do it in a way that it doesn't dox me. Sorry. Sorry, but not super sorry. You're gonna have to just imagine the shed getting built. Everything else will be, you know, delivered as is. Alright, let's see. Oh, the friend group is yet again in the fucking Final Fantasy mines. Excellent. I get to throw you guys... I've been absolutely torturing you with raids. Every Tuesday I raid you in. But it's literally, it's not even just Hina. It's Hina and Chromu and Ecto and Mint. All people that I collab with and hang out with. It's literally the homies. I can't not raid it. Join us, Slab. No. Audio only shed building. I might record some B-roll for YouTube that they can kind of edit around. But, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what I'll do with that. In any case, I'll probably see Twitch Bros. I'll probably see you tomorrow morning playing some Grug Gaming. At least I hope to. We'll see, we'll see. But for everyone else, I will see you likely next week when we begin the Mega 24/7 marathon. And I hope you guys have a great time. I hope you guys have a great rest of your week. And I hope that goes well. Hang on 1 second before the raid goes. Marisol's Mike, thank you for the 100 bits. Bro's gonna spend a week in the fraudery barn. Don't call it that. You should make a shirt that says, I won't get Temu tits to sell the gamer cup. I would buy it. Thank you for the 100 bits, Karen. I don't know about that one, though. Thank you guys so much. I'll see you guys around. Good night. Good night. Good night. All right. I think Twitch is gone. YouTube, how you feeling? You guys are pretty baller. I don't really know what to do for you guys during the week long, potentially week long. It's dono based, so it might only be a day if no one wants to extend it, but you know how it is. The potentially week-long marathon, YouTube likes to be real fucking picky about how long you can stream on there. They cap you at 12 hours in one stream, and they really don't want you to do 2 12-hour in a row. So I might end up ending you guys at night when I'm sleeping, and then the sleep stream will just be on Twitch. For Twitch, it'll be 24/7. I'll do the best I can. I'll do the best I can to make sure that, you guys can, that I can stream as much as I can on you guys, but I do have to work around the limitation. Stumbled across you? Hell yeah, dude. YouTube loves shooting themselves in the foot. They don't want people that are just streaming bullshit, and I get that. I don't know, man. I feel like I should be having the amount of fucking Roblox streams that get recommended to me where it's just someone auto-playing the game and, like, kids in India donating, like, 20 rupees to roll for Tung 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 Sahir on the Roblox gacha is a little absurd. I don't know why they're so worried about going longer than 12 hours when that's the crap that's on the majority of their fucking live streaming service. Yeah, you're right. All the music streams do go 24/7. Maybe it's something you have to get approved for. I don't know. You know what? I'm actually, for the first time ever, I'm going to ask my fucking YouTube rep. Something that I've never done since they've assigned them to me. I'm going to, I'll ask him what to do, and I'll let you guys know. I'll post it in the community post. Other than that, I'm hoping to have a main channel video uploaded tomorrow, and there's a lot of second channel vids that are queued up. I just haven't been uploading them. So hopefully we can get those out as well. Other than that, I will see you guys, likely not until next week. But thank you guys so much for coming by. I'll see y'all, and good night. Good night.